Welcome to the Ben Mallah podcast, where Ben Mallah is going to answer your real estate questions. If you'd like to submit your question, go to benmallah.com/shop. Slash podcast and submit your question. The phone number. If I'll read the email, I'll get you on. But if you want to have a guaranteed entry, go to benmallah.com/shop and get your Zoom Fast Pass. That way, I'll put you on the spotlight on Zoom, which the link is in the video description if you'd like to join. And then you can ask Ben the real estate question, or you can just talk around. But today, I know we have a special guest. Ben, who is it?
All right, ready for takeoff. It's like a kind of thing the pilots wear on the airplane, man. I'm flying a jet right now. You better not touch the controls if you sit up front with the pilot. All right, so where are we at? We're testing out the new Zoomcast. We're not just going to do a podcast. We're going to do a Zoomcast in this pod. And we got a brand new studio, baby. We took over. We're occupying a guest room. All right. Just don't tell my wife. All right. So what are we doing here, Rafal? We're going to take people on Zoom. Who's Zooming? I don't see nobody Zooming. Where's the Zooms? Where's the Zoomers?
Talk about your guest today.
Oh, guest tonight. We may, hopefully, if Rafal's got the Zoom working, we're going to have the guy that got me my start in the business, Mark Wilton. All right? He's going to be here, and he's the guy that opened the fucking door. And I stepped in. So we'll get to that. What else we got to worry about? We got Mark Wilton. All right? What else? Nothing else? We're testing out. Is anybody working? Can we talk? Can we make sure we can communicate with somebody?
I'm putting Mark right now.
All right, here we go. What else? Aaron, did you go to school today?
Yeah, I went to school.
Where'd you go?
Where did I go? I went here. Clearwater. Not going to say the specific school
Oh,
name,
yeah?
but I did go. 8 in the morning.
Did you have a nice big fat lunch on my tab?
Actually, I did. I had a Cuban.
Cuban.
It was pretty good. But,
Yeah.
yeah. What's up,
Should have had
everybody?
the school lunch. It's half the price.
I hope everybody out there having a good day.
Wow.
I know I am. My day went by pretty fast, so I feel like it was nice. Got some work done. But, yeah, today we're also all doing Super Chats, so we'll read the Super Chats, answer your questions. He will answer your questions. So, yeah.
All right, let's get this show on a roll. What do you got,
We have
Rafal?
Mark on the line.
Now you cut my voice off.
We have Mark
now
on the
it's
line.
back. Mark, you there? You're alive?
I'm here.
Somebody wake Mark up, goddammit.
I'm here.
Mark Wilton.
Yes.
All right,
I'm here.
how about tell us your version of how you met me, and be careful what you say.
Can you hear me?
I think so. Can everybody hear Mark? Nod your head. I can't see nobody else but Mark. Anybody else out there? All right,
I'd
Mark.
rather not. Ben, we really shouldn't. I mean, God, people know you from all over the world. You
Yeah,
don't
nobody
want
knows
your-
me. Anyway,
You
the
don't
point
want
is-
your dirty
all
laundry
right,
stuff,
how old
Ben.
was I when I met you?
I think you were 20.
And what was I doing at the time? Minding my own business. What was
You
I
were
doing?
pretending to be in the Navy. Ben.
Army, goddammit.
Army.
You rented
you
to the
were,
Navy.
sure.
He had a building that I moved into that every freaking body in the goddamn building was in the Navy. He owned Navy housing, okay? And I was in the Army, and I was kind of like an oddball working at the airport with the Navy and the Air Force and the Marines. And I worked, so I got a house where the Navy lived. And Mark was the landlord, the owner. So what happened, Mark? I moved into the building. I was your tenant. Plus, you never gave me my goddamn security deposit back either. You. All right. So what happened, Mark?
Well, yeah, I owe you $15, Ben. You wanted to be the manager, and I told you you couldn't because we had a manager, and you said, what happens if she dies? And I said, well, I'd consider you to be the manager. Well, about 2 weeks later, you were the manager.
You know, timing is everything.
Yeah. But
So anyway, the story with that building was, it was nice. It was a good housing, but what happened? The neighborhood got really bad. I mean, it got really rough. It was back in the goddamn, I moved in there in 1987. It was back when crack and cocaine and all this shit went rampant, and the neighborhood really got bad. But what really killed it was the Naval Hospital that we got all our tenants from they shut down the naval. That was the years they were shutting down all the military bases. So when they finally shut that one down, Mark Wilton's Navy building now had no more Navy. So here I am, the fat schmuck sitting there in an empty building. What did I do?
I don't know. What'd you do?
Well, you made money every month. You made all your rents were coming in.
Well,
what would you have done? What would you have done? I did what you pretty much taught me.
To Section 8 to HUD.
Well, you introduced me to it, to tell you the truth.
Well,
and I just put it to use because you built Section 8 housing. You actually went out and specifically built properties specifically for it because you knew you were going to run them as Section 8, right? You built affordable housing.
Right. 3 and 4 bedroom. No one wanted to build those.
And it worked, and it was great.
Worked really, 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 really well.
So, I took over that building, and then I wanted to go and re-enlist in the Army like a good soldier, and Mark Wilton said what?
Please, Ben, stick with me.
Now, you told me that if I stuck with you, I would be as rich as you one day.
Well, now you're richer than I.
So you kept your promise because you gave me the opportunity to get into real estate. You gave me all the tools I needed. He gave me a big bag of fucking keys with no labels on them and a 38 loaded. Except I think there was one bullet missing in the fucking chamber. He gives me a 38, and there's like what, 5 bullets you put in there? I think there was one missing, Mark. You don't give somebody a fucking gun with one missing bullet.
Well,
what happens if that's the one I need?
Well, I set that up because I thought you might try to shoot yourself with the first time you pull the trigger. So I guess I never put the bullet back in there.
Let me tell you, this guy built affordable housing. This guy built 007 mansions and the top of hills where the ceiling would open up in his bedroom. Let me tell you something. This guy knows how to build. He built houses that would, I don't know. I've never seen anything with the thought process. And he did all the thinking. He told everybody else what to do. He told the architects what to do. This guy's got 10 times the brains I ever had. He built houses where you go in his bedroom. One day he says, hey, come over and help me. He's got me carrying steel fucking beams through a beautiful $10 million, which was a lot of money back in 1989, a house. He's got building steel beams. What are we going to do with this? And why are we dragging it through your freaking brand new house? We take it to the bedroom. He cuts a hole in the floor in the middle of the bedroom where his bed's going to sit. And he says, we got to put him in that hole. And he takes apart a scissor jack. And we carry the parts up to his bedroom. We put it in a fucking hole. He puts the fucking scissor jack together, and he likes to get his hands dirty. I was never like that. And he puts the scissor jack in his fucking bedroom. He puts the fucking bed on top of the scissor jack. The fucking roof opened up. It had 2 types of openings. It had one for light that went to a glass, and then you press another button, and the glass would come open. This was 1989. Nobody had this shit. Nobody had it because he created it. Okay? Does that pretty much tell you? And then his bed would go up and out of the house. So when Mark got it up, he got it up, baby. Is that pretty much true story, Mark, or what?
I think we lost him.
You lost him?
Yeah, I think I had a phone call or something.
Oh,
he's
more important than me, fuck it, I worked with a guy for 30 years. And,
we have plenty of Zoomers, but
right,
we also have
Zoomers
super chats.
there.
You want to read a few super chats?
Super chat.
Yeah, we got plenty of super chats. So let's get it going.
We lost our
thank you
guy.
to James Johnson for the $1.99. He said, let's get it. We will. Let's do it. Dylan, thank you for the $19.99. He said, hey, Ben, would love to get title business from you. My company, Intercoastal Abstract, has been around for over 40 years.
My lawyer sells me the title insurance because he gets lawyer's title at a discount. So by paying him through the title, and he charged me the same the title company's in charge. So buying the title insurance through my lawyer keeps my legal fees down and don't pay a fortune like I see everybody else doing. But that's the story with titles. So sorry, I can only be loyal to my lawyer. That's how he makes a living. What else?
All right, Smooth, thank you for the $2. He said, Aaron's DMs must be filled with grown women.
Aaron's what?
I ain't going to speak on that.
Aaron's
but
what? Anyway.
Don't worry about it. Anyways, our help. Thank you for the $5. He said, what's Mark's approximate net worth?
I don't know, but I passed him, I believe, because he was happy. You got to understand, the kind of money he was making back then. If you back in 1989, if you had $10 million then, that's in today's inflation and price of everything, it's like 10 times. So anyway, I don't know, but he ain't asking me to borrow no money. So
we got Mark back.
Mark is back. Mark is back.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. What happened? You had to take a nap?
No, I got worried about what you're going to say about your net worth versus mine.
I'm not going to discuss your net worth. Top secret.
Okay.
Mine's simple. Mine's simple and easy. Big deal. I got $500 million worth of fucking real estate. I owe the bank probably half of that, so I'm worth the other half. That's my life in a fucking nutshell. Until COVID came, but now it's coming back up. Anyway, that's whatever. All right, what do you got? So, Mark, basically, you've done a lot of shit in your lifetime. You built fucking condos. You built fucking housing. You built luxurious homes. You almost got me in trouble with the fucking Russians. We won't talk about that. But you spoke languages. You traveled around the world. I mean, you did it all. You had Ferraris. What did you do? You had something that had a different engine in it.
Oh, I had that Mustang, a 56 Mustang with a 428 Cobra jet in it. I think that's.
You had collector cars. You had sports cars. You had everything.
You used to borrow them, if I remember, when I was there.
You were traveling around the country, Mark. There was no reason why. I would actually sneak into Mark's house on the weekends, okay? Because nobody was there. And I was stuck in the goddamn hood. So when Mark was in Germany and France and all over the world, and safari trips and living a life while I'm stuck in the hood working my ass off, I'd sneak in his house on the weekend. One time the alarm did go off because I think he changed the code, and the police were out there and I was hiding in the house. Luckily, they went away.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, that was some house, boy.
Oh.
That was a hell of a house.
Yes, it had a pistol range in it, remember?
Yep, you put a gun range in it. You had Tommy machine guns. Boom, 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 boom. It was over the top. And then the guest house was next door, but it was a house just as elaborate as that one, just a little smaller. So, he really did a great job. So anyway, Mark, what else is new?
Oh, not much. Trying to keep awake. Life is a little slow right now.
Well, I'm coming down there this weekend, all right?
I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna go see your boat, I think.
Yep. It might not be mine for long. I'm trying to find one that has a little different, but come see it this weekend. I'm gonna call you when I hit there.
All right, that'll be good.
Mark Wilton taught me everything I know, and gave me all the tools, and I just went to work. Okay.
And he really took the bull by the horns and mastered this stuff. So he is a self-made man.
With your help. With all your help.
With a little help. All right, guys, you take care.
All right, thanks a lot.
All right, see ya.
Bye.
All right, so I think Mark's a little shy on camera. Business known, Leave Mark alone. Some people like to be left alone. I don't blame people, Leave me alone. Let me be. Me, I don't give a damn.
We all know that. Jesus.
Because, everybody's got a different personality. Some people like to live a certain way, and I respect that, and that's the way you want to live. But for the 70 to 100 years, if you're lucky you're here, do whatever you want. Just don't hurt nobody, bother nobody. Oh, by the way, school's almost out, and your mother wants to go on vacation.
Oh, my God.
She dragged me to Dubai. I'm going to take your asses to Israel.
Heck, isn't there a war going on right now there?
Yeah, that would be funny. Take them on a vacation somewhere there's a war going on.
No, but I really can't wait. One more week.
You're going to Gaza.
Can't wait.
We'll spend half the time on one side, half the time on the other. I know a guy that makes bulletproof backpacks. We go hunting with him.
I know.
So anyway, that's the story. What else we got? You got any people chatting in? Super chats?
Yeah. Raj, thank you for the $5. Let's see. Who else? Sorry, I've been off of the super chat for a sec.
We got any Zoomers? He's slow.
Sorry, I was talking. Never mind.
Read anything.
Yeah, no more super chats for now.
Read anything. Read a good chat. Anything. You got any Zoomers?
Yeah, all right, Ben. So you can see on the
We're
screen.
still working the bugs out of this thing here, okay?
You can see the screen, and
I can see all these people here.
exactly.
All right,
somebody
so
to
let's talk to somebody. Anybody got something worth listening to say? Hello, I went to the doctor today. My thumb is 70% broke, is healed. I got 30% to go, and then the nerve has to heal.
Do they say like how long they think it'll take?
Everything's months. The human body to take months to really heal any kind of major injury that you were the cause of because you didn't properly install a ladder on the boat.
I was not the cause of. I blame nature.
Down
All right,
there.
Ben. We got a Zoomer.
All right, we got a Zoomer. Any Zoomers out there?
We have a Zoomer on.
Oh, what's up, man?
John.
Who is it? John. The guy with the beard?
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
What's up,
brother?
John?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Sounds
How are
really
ya?
good. I don't keep talking. Maybe the sound will
Hey,
get better.
listen, you know what?
All right. Sorry.
We got sound problems.
No, that's his phone.
It's
so-
his phone?
Yep.
All right, you got to
With
fix
COVID
Oh.
and stuff,
You need better
right?
internet.
Like,
Yeah, the game's better.
I'm sorry, we can't hear you. Maybe you got to get a better internet signal.
like
All
restaurant.
right. Anyways, what'd you do today? Like, what'd you do? You know, people want to know that.
Ben,
I don't even know what you did.
Come on.
We got bad sound on that guy, so what do you want to do, Revol? I mean, this Zoom thing.
I'm muting him.
Anyways, what'd you do?
Oh,
today?
yeah,
I don't
Zoom
even
went
know what
down
you
to
did today.
296 or something. I didn't buy it.
What?
Zoom went down to like 296. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, how are you? Where are you?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
I don't see him, but I hear him. There he is. All right, what's up?
Hey, just had a couple questions. I want to find out. I know you're talking about alternative investments with this kind of market going on. Have you talked with your financial advisor about Greek bonds? From what I'm hearing, a lot of the hedge funds are investing in Greek bonds, getting like 20% or so.
What kind of bonds?
Also, Greek bonds.
The country of Greece?
Yeah.
Hell no. I've been there. Nobody wants to work, or unemployment is like 40%. No, and if they go bankrupt, what am I going to do? I'll never get my money. I don't know. That's a little too risky for me to go out of the country. I don't trust other countries, but.
Gotcha. Yeah, well, they say
And how
just
much?
return,
20%?
right?
You know, if I'm willing to bust my ass a little, and anybody can do this, if you have enough money to buy a triple net deal at today's rates, you know, like a 7-Eleven or a Starbucks or something like that, I get 20% on today's interest rates, especially if I'm getting them at above 6 cap. So I'll get, you know, I don't know. I'm very leery about investing any money out of the country.
Okay, that makes sense. I also want to ask, what do you think about short-term versus long-term rentals? And I've been seeing a lot of trends that people have been going into the short-term rentals, and also too, for purchasing a property, do you recommend duplex if we can, like waiting possibly until a recession? A lot of duplexes have gone up in price like crazy, and then also if doing like an interest-only loan in comparison to principal and interest.
I mean, I like cash flow, so if the bank's willing to give me interest only, I'm going to take it. You know, I want it. I want the cash flow every month. He asked me like 4 questions at one time. You know that? I can't even remember what the hell the first question was. What was it? You remember, right? All right, we're not buying Greek bonds. What was the next one?
The next one was what are your thoughts on short-term versus long-term rentals?
Long-term rentals. Whatever makes you the most money. Okay, it's like I'm getting ready to buy this place. Hopefully, the guy would take my offer finally, but he's greedy. And it has some long-term rentals in it, but I know I can make them short-term and probably make more money. It depends on the location of the property and what's going to make you the most money and what's the biggest demand for. Okay, you know, like for instance, you know, if I had some apartments over around a tourist area or near the beach, I'd go short-term because you're going to make a lot more money. You know, so it depends on the property and where it's located and what makes most sense. But most of the shit I got, you know, short term is like, you know, when you say short term, you mean by the night? You mean Airbnb?
Yeah, Airbnb. Yeah.
All right. Well, Airbnb, you know, it depends if there's a demand for it and you keep it full, you know, because if you rent it out for Airbnb at $100 a night and monthly you're normally only getting about $1,500, you could possibly double your income, but you're going to have more expenses. And typically in the hotel business, we always use the half rule. Never count on shit being more than 50% occupied. So if you're half, then you're getting the same money and you're working your ass off. So it wouldn't make sense. You'd have to make, more than double on, like triple, I would think, compared to what your long term is versus your short term. Like, all right, if you get $1,200 a month, you better be able to make $3,600 a month on that same unit. That's what I'd say. So play it safe. Because you got to worry about booking a goddamn thing. You got to worry about the sheets and keeping it all up and all that shit and cleaning and all that bullshit. Even though they do charge for all that, I noticed. Shit. So somebody, I couldn't believe it. Somebody was charging we let him rent out John's Pass hotel room, and he charged the person a cleaning fee. I mean, which is great. So anyway, that's the story with short term, long term. What else?
And the last question is principal and interest versus interest only. So like getting started, like on the first property, should have just.
I don't know if you're going to be able to get interest only on your first property. Have you ever bought a property before?
Well, I'm in the midst of trying to get one now, and then I'm going to, do a business with that, and then take that income and then invest in, 20% down on the property.
I mean, if you want to talk on a personal level and you want me to help you, I'd be more than happy to. But we can't do it tonight. So if you want to go to consult with Ben and get me on the phone, and we'll talk about your personal situation, what I would do in your shoes, then hit me up, and we'll handle it.
Okay.
All right. Thanks for zooming in. I really appreciate you zooming in.
All right. Thanks, man.
Hey, it's working. We're working. We're not just a podcast. We're a Zoomcast, baby. Zoom to the moon.
My God.
We also have some super chats. Thank you very much.
Anyways, yeah, we do got super chats. So Samir, thank you for the $2. He says, Rafal, can we get a more in-depth life or sale video with Mark Wilton?
Mark Wilton. We'll ask him. Maybe Rafal, come down with me to South Florida, right? And we'll film Mark, when he's not knowing it. No, I wouldn't do that. He'll get pissed at me. He'll kill me. But anyway, Mark is a very colorful guy, lived a very colorful life. He showed me a guy that had nothing. I wanted to be like him, okay? He had mansions. He had sports cars. He stayed single, and I don't know why. That guy had parties at his house like Hugh Hefner, baby. He had Hugh Hefner-level parties. But anyway, we'll see.
Yeah. All right. Jersey Kevin, thank you for the $10 also. He said, what's the story? You started telling about getting yelled at a marina. You said the guy was an a-hole and was in some big building.
What? I got yelled at a marina?
Yep.
I don't know what he's talking about. I go to a lot of marinas.
Some story you started telling. I don't know.
I don't know. Marina? Mark in a marina? No.
Maybe. I don't know.
Mark had boats.
But we have been yelled at plenty of marinas.
Yeah, but now I got a captain. When I didn't have a captain, I drove the boat. I got yelled at all the time. I got yelled at everywhere I went. What else?
Max Hansen, thank you for the £4.99, I think, or euros. I think it's euros. You inspired me to buy my first property, Ben. I'm renting it out and living with my parents. Hopefully we'll get 10% for a small place for myself soon.
What did he do?
You inspired him to get his first property.
All right, great. Now move on to the next one. If you can do one, keep doing it. That's how you get big. What else? You got any Zoomers? We got to keep testing the Zoom out tonight,
Jacob,
too.
thank you for the $5 also. He said, if you ever need / want your plain interior updated, let me know.
Plain interior updated? I'm getting ready to go in a partnership on another plane at the end of this month. This one can go further and faster, and it takes more people. And it's not going to cost me much money because we're bringing somebody else in, and then 3 of us are going to have 2 planes. So, if one's not being used, you got the other one. But this one, the interior did look a little shabby. So you need to go to benmal.com and send me your info. Because the interior in this plane is looking kind of worn.
I mean, it is an older plane,
It's basically the billionaires' hand-me-down. All the big shot billionaires, and I know these guys personally own this plane. So luckily we're buying a plane from somewhere we know. And we get the hand-me-downs, But I'll take them.
All right.
What else you got?
Arhel, thank you for the $20. And he
20
said,
big ones.
just want to thank you guys for all you do. It was great meeting you all last April at Life for Sale Live. When's the next one?
We're going to try to do one when Aaron gets out of school eventually this
One more
summer.
week, one more
We're going to
week.
do one in Fort Lauderdale. We're going to give Fort Lauderdale a shot. If Vincent ever finishes the goddamn place. All right, you got any Zoomers out there or what? Yeah. Zoom, baby, Zoom. We got to keep testing the Zoom, man, and make sure this thing works. Somebody's got something flickering in the background there. Who the heck? I see Mark. I don't know. I see a lot of people.
Can you hear me now?
All right, where are you? Where are you?
He has no camera on.
You got no camera?
Turn on the camera.
What the hell's the point of having Zoom if you ain't got no camera?
No, because it kept cutting out. How you doing, Ben?
All right, where are you? Which one is he?
He doesn't have his mic
The
on.
one on the bottom right.
Bottom
The guy with
right.
the beard.
The guy looks like David, the guy that does all our construction work. What's up, David?
Hey, what's up, Ben? Listen, you know, like I was thinking of coming down to the U.S. I'm in Canada right now, so I was wondering, like, if you were starting off in real estate all over again with like residential houses, like buying and flipping them, which part of the country would you do it that's still okay to do? Because I know everything is overpriced right now, you know?
I mean, you know, I would try to figure out where's it growing, all right? Where are they building homes? You know, where are companies opening up big businesses? You know, find the next big thing. You know, all these guys go out and build 1,000 homes in a location. They do their homework first. Follow Amazon.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you got to go somewhere with his growth. You know,
Like Houston, you know how like Elon, he's moving the Gigafactory there. Like, what do you think about that? Like,
I mean,
Austin,
I don't know. I don't know anything outside of Florida, you know, and but there's always growth going on. You just got to find it. You know, you got to do your homework, you know, and find a spot where it still makes sense, where you can make some money. You know, find an old town that's becoming a new town, but you got to follow the builders and the developers.
Okay. And what about
Amazons.
like opening up Amazons and stuff, right? Like, what about opening up like a food business over there while I do the real estate on the side? Do you think like the food business right now is okay?
You know, I the food business is always going to be okay because people need to eat. You know.
Yeah.
And you know, but you're gonna bust your ass. I mean, I don't want to be no fucking food business.
It's like long hours.
Fuck that
'cause I'm
shit,
doing
and then
it
you don't
here.
get shit. You know, if you're lucky, you got to spend. For you to make $100,000, you got to sell $1 million worth of shit. You know, I don't know. It's not for me. I just want to be the fucking landlord. I want somebody else to bust their ass and just pay me the fucking rent and leave me the hell alone. I ain't got all that responsibility. This way, I can do 20, 30 different businesses. Every building's a business.
So you're saying like change the avenue, because I'm doing food business in Canada, but that's the thing, it's long hours. I can't do real estate on the side. That's why I was thinking to come to the U.S. and do some other business that doesn't take up too much
The
time.
only way you can make money in the food business is if you can figure out a way for it to operate without you having to put a lot of time in. All right? My friend owns a dozen fucking restaurants. I don't know how he does it, but he's got people running that shit. You know, and you can't be in one restaurant.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. You need to do some homework, and you know, I don't understand. What part of Canada are you in? You in Toronto?
I'm in Toronto. It's so expensive here.
Why don't you
Every day
go
the
over?
house
How
prices
come you
are going
can't
up.
go over the border? How far?
Yeah.
How long is it going to take you to drive to the U.S. side of Niagara Falls? How long?
5 hours.
What?
No. To Niagara, 2 hours. Like 2 hours.
I know because I've driven it. Don't take. If you go in 5 hours, you must be pedaling a bicycle.
No, like that's if I go to Detroit from
Listen.
here. But to Niagara, it's 2 hours.
Why don't you go over there and find some shit boxes and fix them up and rent them in Section 8?
Okay. But how do I find Section 8 one?
Listen, go there and find a deal first, right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
2 hours from your house. It's in a different country. I know there's plenty. I know I've been to Niagara side of the U.S. The U.S. side of Niagara sucks. All right.
Yeah.
The Canadian side is gorgeous and beautiful, and people got flowers everywhere, and you got that's where the tourist part is. But let's face it, the U.S. side sucks because you guys took the better part of the view of the falls, and you gave us the bad part with no view. That's why. You cheated us out of the view. But anyway, you know, Go take your hand at that. Go see if you can buy a cheap house and fix it up. To rent the Section 8 is nothing. All you got to do is put it on the list. They have a website. People call you. You fill out the paperwork. You rent them the friggin' house, and your money's deposited in your account every month.
Okay.
All right? Go to Niagara. Try that out. It's only a 2-hour drive. And then you go to Canadian side and have a good time. They got the best burger joint in the world on the Canadian side. What was it called?
Gee, I can't. Oh, Burger Works or something like that.
Burger Works? Oh, my
The
God.
Works or something? I don't know.
Anyway, anything else? Have a good time. But Toronto's a nice town. It's just expensive as hell. And,
Yeah.
you know.
The single-family homes are going for 1.3 million
Listen,
now.
I know. $1 million don't buy you shit in Toronto. You
know
can't
what I
get
mean?
a fucking, it's, I'm sorry. Come to America. Bring your money here, baby. Bring your money over here. Come
For
buy
sure.
something in the U.S. and fix it up. You'll be doing us a favor, and you'll be making money. How about that?
All right.
All right.
Well,
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right. You got any more Zoomers? Zoomers. The Zoom's working.
Yeah, we got some super chats. So IGH Properties, thank you
IGH.
for the $400.
$400.
Drinks on us. Next
That
one.
money is going to two good causes. It pays for Paul, and also the American Dream, where Paul is lagging on. We need people to send in their goddamn FHA approval with their video so we can have the contest and help somebody stop renting and move into a new house or an old house, any house. Just stop paying rent.
Go. He said, Ben.
Except if you live in one of my buildings, don't you pay attention.
IGH said,
Don't comprende.
he said, Ben, hope to see you at the next live event. Aaron, what's up? Rafal and I went out after the event. He took more shots than me. So he wins here. Here's the super chat, man of my word.
How much did he pay?
Thank you so much.
$400.
Oh, man. IGA's a great guy. And he's a great guy. I don't know what to say. He's just a great. I met him 3-4 times already. So, nice people out there in this world. There's still nice people out there. Not like you.
Please, I'm the nicest. I'm one of the nicest here. In the house, in the family. But
All right. What else we got? You got any Zoomers?
We got super chats.
Super
Austin,
chat.
thank you for the $10. He said, is there a % of your income you recommend putting towards investments? At what point did you start buying luxury items like exotic cars? I'm doing 40% of gross income right now.
All right. You save as much as you can. Everybody has to have a lifestyle. You got to live, and you don't want to take away, but you live. If you want to really save money in real estate, you might suffer a little, but save as much as you can. Whatever you can save. And don't start buying shit until you can afford it. I remember Mark Wilton, Mr. Lucky Guy. It was like my first deal with him. And I was like 20-something years old, whatever the hell I was, and I just had to have a Ferrari. Big fat ass like me wanting to get a fucking Ferrari. I just felt like that was a major accomplishment in my life. And Mark said, don't buy a Ferrari. Don't buy a Ferrari. I went and bought the fucking Ferrari. I think he loaned me the money. I said, you don't want to make it that money. But lend me the money now, and then I'll pay you when the deal closes. You take it right from the deal. And he did. So we bought the Ferrari. It was that Tom Selleck kind. I had to take the fucking roof off to fit in it. I was too fat to shift it. But I had a Ferrari, and I drove it in the hood of all places. Anyway, long story short, I ended up trading the Ferrari to Mark because he had traded for some brand new Jaguar. Luckily, I sold the Jaguar and got my money back and paid for the Ferrari. So I didn't take a loss. But Mr. Golden Child here, he let some neighborhood mechanic change the fucking oil in it. The guy, see, where Ferraris reverse in an American car when you shift, it's the opposite from us. So, like, our reverse is down here. I don't know, but their reverse is like first. So if you're an American car and you put it first, you're really going to reverse. So the guy that worked at the gas station gets in a Ferrari and he puts it in fucking reverse, thinking it's first, and he bangs it into the fucking wall and destroys the car. And Mark gets paid big money from the guy's insurance. What a lucky guy.
That is definitely some luck
Anyway,
right there.
and so. What were you talking about? Oh, yeah, don't buy no high-ticket items until you know you can afford it. Until it doesn't hurt you or bother you.
Okay, he also said, is there a % of your income you recommend putting towards investments?
Yes, I mean, as much as you can would still have enough money to live on, I mean, if you're investing it wisely, it's supposed to be making you money.
All right.
Save as much as you can, too.
Nice. Austin, thank you for the $5. He said, also, thank you again for putting on the event. Love seeing everybody and learning a couple things. Appreciate it. TS, thank you for the $5. He said, I'm Tommy in Ohio. I'm in aviation. Love the new plane convo.
I told my nephew he flies Cobras for the Army, baby. But now he's out of the Army. He only does it in reserve. I said, listen, go learn to fly the planes. Then I'll have a pilot that's discounted. I know he'll do it cheaper than the pilots charge.
Yeah, you will.
So I hope he goes and he gets his license. He can fly a freaking Cobra helicopter for the United States Army. I'm sure it ain't hard to figure out how to fly a goddamn jet. Probably a toy to him. All right, what else we got? Rafal. Yeah,
Would
put
you
a
like to put a
zoomer
zoomer?
on. Test the zoom, baby. Zoom.
What do you see? Who you want to talk to, Ben?
I don't know. Anybody you want. Anybody. Everybody. Put your hand up. Put your hand up. Mark, you got something to say? You still there? You awake? Mark's 20 years older than me. I met him when he was 40. I met him when I was 20. And he was also like a sports guy, too. This guy would get on fucking mountains, Black Diamond fucking ski slopes, and ski down them down in Tahoe and Reno. And
We
he
have
had
a
balls, too.
zoomer, Ben.
Hey, what's up? How are
Hey
you?
there.
Who am I
Hey
talking
there, Ben. This is Cesar Kashishian out of Lakeland, Florida. But right now I'm in Sand Key Beach.
to? Sand Key,
Sand Key
baby.
Beach.
You're right
And I
down the
wanna
road,
tell you
Sand
bef-
Key.
Yes, sir. And I want to tell you one thing before I ask my question is two things that I did before I had this Tesla. Number one is watch your videos. And number two is stay at the Clearwater Beach Hotel.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Are you watching? You using the Tesla right now? You watching it on your dashboard?
Well, no, actually, no. But I think one of my buddies might be able to hack one of these cameras, and maybe I can hook that up for next time.
Hey, I'm wondering.
Anyways.
Well, no. I mean, Tesla gives you a computer, right?
Yeah, look,
Do you have
here, I'll
access to
show
the
you right
internet?
here.
Do you have access to the internet?
I got the internet.
So how
I
come you
got the
can't go?
internet
Can you
here.
go on YouTube
You
and
got
watch
the-
YouTube?
Web, you got the YouTubes, you got web, you got a search browser. Oh, let me just exit out of
So
that
you
one.
can watch YouTube from your dashboard of your
Entertainment. We got all these games, chess, backgammon. We got YouTube. We got Hulu. We got Netflix.
You got
We got
everything in that Tesla.
tutorials.
But let me ask you a question, all right? And what are you going to do, and hopefully this never happens to you, but what do you do if you're taking a trip and you're stuck in traffic for 2 or 3 hours and it's hot as hell outside and you want to run your AC? What are you going to do if you're stuck on a freeway or there's a hurricane coming and you want to get the fuck out of town? What do? You run out of power.
I'll let you know exactly what I do. Number one, the Tesla, when you have a destination, it'll tell you automatically how much percentage and how many miles you will have when you reach your destination. Number two, AC, the AC system works just as good if it's standing still or 60 miles an hour. It's all out of the batteries, which are huge. Number three, if I'm in traffic, I hit this button right here twice. Autopilot unavailable when it's parked. But then it'll just go on with the traffic and I can just sit back, baby. And I look at this. I got lounge mode. Can you see that? I got lounge mode.
But does
Anyways.
it know if there's a traffic jam so it won't take you and put you in a bad situation?
Yeah, it'll even if there's not a traffic jam, let's say there's just a light and there's a street right before the light and you can take a right and bypass the light legally. Just like you, Ben, I do everything legally.
There you go.
But,
It's the only way to
yeah,
live.
it'll take you around.
You got
Yeah,
the one. You don't have the one with the wings, do you? What happened?
No, that's stupid. If you open the wings on that and you open your door at the same time, both people can't come out at the same time because the stupid wings in the way.
I don't know. I know a friend of mine had one, but he got rid of it. But I mean, hey, it's the future, But I like hybrid, where you use gas and you have the best of both worlds. Doesn't that
I
make more
agree.
sense This way, you just use a little bit of gas just to fund the battery, and you got everything, I would think. I'm surprised they didn't push hybrid more than they use straight electric.
Yeah.
But if you enjoy it, you love it, then hey, that's great. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I know those things take off like a rocket, and you don't hear shit.
Oh, man.
And you don't hear shit.
Yeah, I just, yep. You can definitely gotta watch it.
You know what my thing is? You know, I'm going to tell you right now, my theory is that Tesla might have had something to do with their goddamn pipeline not working. Everybody's going to buy an electric car. Let's cut off the gas line. I mean, Musk looks like the type of guy that can do that shit. I don't know. He looks like he would do it. He looks like the dark side. He's screwing
up other pipelines. He's screwing up the crypto pipeline.
Well, did he just screw up
Dogecoin, Bitcoin?
No, but did he just screw up? He said he's not taking Bitcoin no more.
Yeah, he said it takes up too much energy.
He's a mess.
He said he's moving to an alternative.
I understand what the problem is. You should be able to cash the Bitcoin in before you get in the car.
He's changing his mind because he says that it takes up too much energy. Therefore, he wants to use like an alternative cryptocurrency.
All right.
But I got a question. That's not my question, but energy. Talk about energy. What about money, baby?
Money.
How much money does it take to make a penny? That's ridiculous. And they're talking about energy. Anyways, but my question was, I want to get your take on something. Everybody and their mother is talking about Bill Gates' divorce. Oh, they talk all this drama.
Bill Gates' divorce.
Bill Gates, who cares? I don't think they've been together for a while. I don't think they've been together for a while anyway. So
yeah, they've been together for a long time.
They both put it this way: they both ain't got to worry about shit for the rest of their lives. They ain't got to worry about nothing.
Actually, yeah, they didn't have to worry. But Bill Gates, he's finally waking up. That guy, he's working on QuantumScape. He's working on solid-state batteries. He's working on a spaceship company, Astra. He's doing a lot of shit. He's making nuclear reactors that are smaller, that can power, instead of these the windmills, the nuclear power that will, what happened in Texas. He's finally waking up, the guy. And everybody wants to talk about his drama. And
people like that shit.
You that input
people
so
like
you can
that
tell
shit.
everybody else to stop listening and get off their ass and make some money.
That's it. Worry about making money. That's all that matters. That'll solve most of your problems in life. Unfortunately, that's the way our lives are, and that's the way it is. So get with the program. Make some money, live better, and go to Sand Key, one of the nicest beaches in the world, and enjoy life in your Tesla like this guy's doing.
And it's free, baby.
Free. And he ain't stopping for gas. Hey.
Nope, and it's free charging.
Maybe I should put a station at the Clearwater Beach Hotel. I should put a plug-in station.
You should.
All right, I'm going to start looking into putting them in all my hotels.
$500 a piece.
For what?
For a charging station to put in there.
That's it?
And then, I'm telling you.
And how much can I charge? But the problem is it's not a quick charge. It's not a quick charge, right?
If you choose,
how long does it take you to charge your Tesla when you're dead? When you're empty, what do you need? How much time?
When I'm at the house, when I got a plug for $500, you can charge it up in 8 hours.
Oh,
you can
shit.
Come home
That's perfect. They can stay in the hotel and sleep while they're charging their fucking car. I'll do a fucking sleep and charge special. I'll do a sleep and charge. While you sleep, your car sleeps too. While you're sleeping, we'll energize your car while you're sleeping. Oh, shit, that's brilliant. We're going to do it right away. Get on the phone with the hotel company. Tell them to start putting in charges in all hotels. We're going to do a charge and sleep.
That's it, baby.
Thanks for the goddamn tip. That's good.
And I want to give you one more tidbit. I want to take your opinion on this, because since I started your videos, it kind of fueled inspiration. A light bulb went off in my head, and I'm doing some stocks now, and got a different couple businesses I'm running, got some real estate, closing on my first property at the end of the month. But this is something I want to float by you. You talk about the rates being low now. You got to get into a loan. You got to get into that FHA. But at the moment, housing prices and just prices in general, except for certain classes of properties are substantially higher than, in my opinion, they should be. So if I'm paying 3.5% for a loan, would I rather pay 5% for a loan or 6% for a loan? Like you say, you can make money if the interest rate's high or low. It's about how much revenue, how much NOI, and how much money you're getting on your money. But is it worth it? Let's say if a property is 500,000, the market goes down, you pay higher interest, but hey, you got the property for less amount of money.
It's all relative when you think about it. I mean, if you're locked in at a 3.5% interest rate, you know what your cash flow is going to be, because you know how much money you got coming in. If you're making $1,000 a month rent and your payment's $350 a month, you're going to get $650 no matter what the fuck the property's worth. Your cash flow is still your cash flow. Markets go up and down. Everything goes up and down. Stocks, real estate, errands, grades, everything. Life is a fucking elevator. Hey, but, get hold of me on the side. Go to benmallah.com. If you want me to help you out with something. We got to move on to the next Zoomer, baby. We need a Zoomer, but thanks a lot. I'm going to get on that charging station right away. Charge it, baby. Charge it. That'll be our model. Charge it. Here. I wonder how much space I need for that. I can probably take like 5 parking spaces away, put 5 stations there.
Yeah, you could.
I'd kill in Orlando. I bet you I'd kill in Orlando. Shit.
I thought we don't have any. I thought we did have charge stations in Orlando.
I don't think so. Maybe we had one a while ago, but I don't think anybody used it, and I don't know if it matches Tesla. I don't know. I got to look into it.
I don't know.
If we had anything old, I'm sure it's no good. All right, what else we got? I know your brother's putting cell towers on our buildings now. We're going to start making some money on that. Hello? Everything's the future. Techno, baby.
Yeah, it is. But we got plenty of super chats. So, Bryce, thank you for the $5. He said, do you have to hang your real estate license with a brokerage if you're only going to use it for personal use and purchases?
Yes. If you have a license and you're not a broker, you got to hang it with a broker. Somebody that's going to be somewhat responsible, for what the hell you do. So, yeah, you got to hold it with a broker until you become your own broker. Then you can have your own and do what the hell you want.
All right, Jared, thank you for the $5.
But let me tell you something. There are brokers out there. Like I got friends that are real estate agents. And what they'll do is they'll go to a broker and they just pay them a fee every time they do a transaction. They pay them a small fee. Or is it monthly? No, I don't think it's monthly, is it? There's different options out there.
There's plenty
of brokers out there that'll take your license and hold it for you. And then every deal you do, you pay them a little something or nothing, and you pay them monthly. You got your options, and then you may have to pay a few bucks for insurance for that particular transaction to cover his ass, your ass, and your client's ass.
Yeah. Here you go. Zach, thank you for the $49.99. He said, I'm in Zoom. Can I ask a question?
Where are you, Zach?
We will connect you. We will connect you soon.
Find who?
All right, Zach Pickett.
Find Zach Pickett now.
I got him.
All right, Slim Dan, thank you for the $4.99. He said, Ben, how can I get my second investment property? My first property is cash flowing $16,000 a year with $60,000 down.
Well, how much do you owe? Can you go out and refinance and pull some money out of that property and use it as a down payment on the next deal? If you can, you can. If you can't, I used to decide, do I want to refinance or can I refinance? If I can't refinance and I already sucked all the blood out of it, then I got to sometimes make the hard decision of selling it. But I better have something better to roll my 1031 into. So, I used to get lucky. Back in the day, I said, oh, shit, I already sucked everything out of this deal. Now I need a bigger deal. So, but I couldn't suck no more money out of it. I'd sell it if that's where that 20% was left. If I still had 20% equity and I could only touch it by selling it, but I knew that I was going to make money on the next deal, then I'd do it. I'd sell it, and I'd 1031. Sometimes you keep them, sometimes you sell them. But the whole goal is, in real estate, at least what Mark Wilton taught me, was get your own money back. All right? You want to sit back and be getting cash flow with the bank's money, and you got nothing into it. That's called pure profit, baby. So that's what you do. That's why you do value add. You buy it, you fix it up, you got to make it more money, you pull your money out of it, now you got nothing into it. So there you got a money-making piece of property with none of your goddamn investment in it. That's your goal in real estate. At least it was mine. It worked for me. Hello? Anybody there? Testing. 1, 2, 3. Ready for takeoff?
All right, Rusty Sims, thank you for the $5 as well.
Rusty. I don't know if I like the name Rusty. Rusty. I've been called Crusty, but never Rusty.
Jared, thank you again for the $10. He said, how do you find
my
a
wife told me I
mentor
was getting
like
rusty.
Mark?
Hello?
Jared, thank you for the $10. He said, how do you find a mentor like Mark?
You know, basically, I got in a way, it was kind of, I mean, it's possible for anybody to get in that way these days. If you got to go into property management, management will lead to ownership. Okay, so Mark, gave me a shot at managing his shit, and once I manage his shit, I can manage anything. I'm telling you, that was like going to fucking school of hard knocks. When somebody hands you a fucking bag of keys and a fucking 38 with one missing bullet, then that's the school of hard knocks. But it was good training, But you got to get into management maybe and find a guy that owns a building, and if he's willing to hire, as a manager or start getting some experience in a management company. And then helping a landlord out that owns his own building. I got lucky. What else you got?
Carlos, thank you for the $4.99. He said, how do I find hard money lenders in Broward County?
Broward County? Shit, Broward County's full of hard money lenders.
You can find a lot.
Listen, I'm sure you can Google hard money lenders in Broward County and shit will come up. Otherwise, there's a broker, it depends on how much money you're looking for, but, mortgage brokers know hard money lenders. I was dealing with a guy, he worked for Marcus and Millichap, but shit, he got me a good loan when I was down South Florida. His name was Bott, B-H-A-T. Ask him. Robert Bott. He can get you any kind of loan you want. He helped me out. All right, Marcus and Millichap. I think he's in Miami. Close enough. What do you got?
Carl, thank you for the $2. He said, Little Ben needs to go on a diet. He has 3 necks.
Little Ben can do whatever the hell he wants, but he's been ice skating now. He's getting into shape. Hey, he can ice skate, can't he? Big ass guy like him ice skate. But listen, I don't know what to tell you. I tell him just exercise. But Little Ben is gold, basically. So I'll tell him, but you tell him shit. All right, what else we got? I got a couple of necks.
Now.
That's
All right, we have a caller.
I grew the beard, so now you can't see my 3 necks. Ha ha ha! I'll tell Little Ben to grow a beard.
Hello.
Hello.
Is this Ben?
Yeah, it's Ben. What are you doing? Who is it? What is it, a prank call?
This is Chris in Philly.
Chris in Philly. What's up, Chris in Philly?
I have a question. My
Yeah?
brother-in-law
What?
bought a house at the Jersey Shore.
Your brother-in-law
For $3
bought a
million.
house on the Jersey Shore for $3 million. All right. What's the end of the story?
Is it able to cash flow a property like that, or as a rental property?
I don't know. I don't know the market in Jersey Shore. I mean, is it on the beach? Is it on the sand? I don't know anything about it. What's the market? Is there a big market for people renting a house on the Jersey Shore? How much are they paying? What's on Airbnb? Go online, see what the competition
it's comparable
is.
to the market.
How much does it cost you? What do you rent it by the week, by the month? What do you do? I don't know the market.
Yeah, you usually rent them by the week.
How much?
But it's a short rental period. You only have about, I don't know, maybe $1,000 a week.
$1,000 a week? That's it? And then how many weeks out of the year out of 50? How many weeks are in the year?
10
Don't
years.
ask me. I don't-
2?
What?
You don't know how many fucking weeks are
No,
in a
I
year?
don't. I don't
52.
memorize that stuff.
Holy shit.
I know there's 365 days in a year.
I'm going to go to
12 months in a year.
All right. So anyway, when are you going to rent it out? Half the time of the year at best, if you're lucky?
Yep. Right.
Can you? Because 26 times 1,000 is only 26,000.
Yeah.
26,000 a year for a fucking $3 million house? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't understand it either.
Well, because if you borrow, I don't know. It depends on how you float the money. If you're floating the money at 3%, $3 million at 3% is $90,000 a year, right? So you're fucking upside down. Then you got taxes and insurance
it's like renting out your
and
house.
maintenance, and then these people want this shit furnished. They want fucking, you want it to set up like a house. I mean, you're running a fucking hotel. I don't know. It don't sound right to me. Hey, Mark Wilton.
I don't know.
Mark.
I gotta find out more facts about it.
I think Mark rents a house in Sausalito for like $20,000 a month. Anyway, what else we got? We got any more Zoomers, Snapchat, Super Chat?
Yeah, we have more Zoomers. Thank you very much, caller.
Oh, get that one guy
Bikers.
that donated $50.
Yeah, who's Zach? Where's
Zach.
Zach?
I got him.
Yeah.
Zach Whack.
And we also have 2 people that pay for Super Chat, so for Fast Pass, so we're going to get them soon.
Get them on. Let's see what they got to say. Give them their money's worth. All right, what are we waiting for? Polish Productions, where everything moves slow. What else is going on?
With me? I mean,
You're going to be packed.
nothing. I'm just
I told you
trying
to get your goddamn boater's license. You ain't got it out of your 14. You need a boater's license.
I understand.
Because when you get busted out there in that friggin' tender and fooling around and pulling
I'm going to
people,
come back and I'm going to say, I don't know, I'm a guest.
Yeah, you're not my guest. I ain't getting in trouble for you.
Hey, what's up, Ben?
Hey, what's up? How are you?
Good, good. Long time follower, first time caller.
Appreciate it.
So, I'm a local realtor here in Destin, and I wanted to know, it's kind of a 2-part question. How does someone like me bring value to someone like you? And when I come across these deals, I don't have the connections to bring them to people like you. So how do I find these people?
All right. Number one, I got a question for you. I always get Destin mixed up with Weston. Which one are you? You're down in what part of Florida? North or
No,
south?
Destin, Florida, in the Panhandle.
In the Panhandle. Well, I always mix it up with the
Where
one that's in-
Pensacola.
Because there's an area of Fort Lauderdale that's not on the water. They call Destin or Weston too. So, anyway, all right, you're down in the Panhandle. All right, so what's going on in the Panhandle? What great deal you got? Tell us. Tell us what great fucking deal you got right now, and I'll tell you if you're worth the time of a person like me to listen to. Or listen to.
Well, there's a lot of vacation rentals, short-term vacation rentals. You can get six out of 6 cap, 6-7 cap, but you're going to need, hundreds of thousands of dollars to throw down, because some of these go from $600,000-700,000 up to $8-10 million. But they charge so much on a weekly basis. It has that income coming in.
Yeah, but you're saying it's only a 6 cap, right?
I mean, at minimum, there's some better. If I come across
or
a better
fucking 6
deal,
cap, I go buy a goddamn Starbucks, and do nothing. You want me to invest in a 6 cap, and I'm going to bust my ass worrying about maintaining the place, people suing you, booking the rooms, keeping up the rooms, managing the shit, or hiring a manager. Does that include management fee?
Yeah, with the management fee. The thing is, if those deals do pop up, but they're under contract within a day or two.
I know, that's the market right now. Anything good has got guys like you feeding it to your pocket people, and the good deals don't hit the market because there's too many people in the realtors' pockets, or the realtors are smart, they're buying them themselves. So, if you got a good deal, you send it to benmallah.com. I look at people's deals they send me all the time. You send me a real deal. I've actually been down there. But you know why I went to the Panhandle looking for? Triple net, what do you call it? Dispensaries. I went down to, what's the name of that city down there on the beach?
There's Panama City.
Panama City. I went to Panama City, and I could have bought for an 8 cap. I could have bought
was it $2 or $3 million? I think I saw that one.
It was cheap, like $1 million, $1.5 million, something like that.
Yeah.
All right, well, send me a deal if you got one. I'll look at it, okay?
Yeah,
right?
And how would you recommend finding people like you?
You ain't got a deal to show me. What are you going to do with other people?
Okay.
You ain't even found me a deal yet, and now you want to find other people. I mean, you can find them, but you got to market. You got to have the product, and you got to have the listing on it. And if you don't have the listing on it, then it's you start advertising it. People stab you in the back. I mean, I don't know. You can find people if you get around the people doing that shit. And these days, Ben, you don't need. Everybody's got money to buy. If you got a good deal, you can put it out in the market. You put on fucking LoopNet, you'll get 100 calls in one day. You put a fucking good deal on LoopNet, you'll get 100 calls in one fucking day. But send me the deal first. Let me look at it before you put it on LoopNet, okay? All right,
Ben. Thanks for the
a lot.
content.
Thank you. Good luck. Destin, I think they call that.
You see, now
What do
imagine,
they call that?
imagine if you got 8 of those deals.
What deals? He didn't have a deal.
Like the 8 cap dispensaries. Imagine if you got like
Yeah,
8,
I know.
10
I
of
looked
those,
at
you
it,
know?
but I'm still on the
You
fence.
could
Your
get-
brother's getting ready to build one for somebody.
That'd
He's
be cool.
building one because they're going to pay such good rent. That's the guy that makes the money. The guy that makes the money in that business is the guy that takes the empty or builds the building and has a very low cost, and he gets this great rent. Then he turns around. Once he gets that great rent, he sells it for huge money on a 6, 7, 8 cap. What else we got? You got anything for Paul? Anybody want to
We
Zoom,
got some
Zoom,
super
Zoom?
chat. So Alham, thank you for the $5. He said, "I am on Zoom. Can I ask a question?"
I don't know. Where are you? See where Paul can find you.
Multi-happy hacker, thank you for the $5 as well. He said, "Ben, the empty chamber is because old revolvers didn't have good hammer safety. If bump the back of the hammer on a loaded chamber, it goes bang."
Okay. Well, I went out and just bought the extra fucking bullet and put it in there. That's what I did. All right. What else we got?
Shaban, thank you for the $4.99. Do you recommend having an inspection done for every fixer-upper I'm looking at? It gets too expensive at some point, or am I missing something?
You know, everybody's got a level of experience. If you got a level of experience where you don't need the inspector and you feel confident in yourself that you know what to look for from doing all those damn inspections with the inspector, I hope you were there when he did them, because that's when you learn, and then you don't need them. But, you know, if you feel confident, you know, but I ain't getting out no fucking roof. I always call at least a roofer out. You know, I mean, a guy like Mark Wilton can walk through the fucking building in 10 minutes and tell you everything it needs. You know, I learned by doing that. But, you know, it depends. But, you know, if you don't know shit and you're afraid and you have questions, then, you know, I encourage you to do an inspection. And house inspections don't cost much. What do they cost? A few $100? You know? It shouldn't be that much. The realtor knows people that do them all the time. They give you a nice book. It shows all the shit, the pictures of the hot water heater. They tell you how long the fucking appliance is going to last. You know, they give you good information. You know, if there is a problem, you know, at least you'll be alerted to it with the wiring, with the air conditioning units. You know, there's a lot of shit that goes on. The roof is really important. The fucking roof and the foundation. The top and the bottom. Make sure that shit is together no matter what. You know, because I've seen properties shit that had fucking basements, and when it fucking rained, I had to put a fucking sump pump in there and fucking pump the water out because didn't know what the fuck I was doing and bought a house that had some issues with the foundation. All right, what else we got?
Joe, thank you also for the $5. Ben, are you buying AMC stock? That's a real deal.
You know, I looked at AMC, but now I think I might have missed the boat because I looked at what it was before COVID. I look at a stock. I go back max. You know how they give you the 1 day, the 5 day, the week, the fucking 1 year, the 5 year, and then they got max. I go to max. AMC, you know, I don't know. It had its ride, and if you timed it right, you know, but look at fucking GameStop. GameStop is up in a 170 zone or some shit. I don't know. You know, for me to play stocks, I got to sit there and I got to be a fucking gambler and gamble and keep my eyes on the fucking screen. Otherwise, I can't do it. I was thinking about buying AT&T. AT&T, all these fucking years, AT&T has paid out a 7 fucking % dividend. Schmucko didn't sink money into that. All right? Now, all of a sudden, when I'm ready to fucking do it, they're going to buy Discovery, and now they're going to cut the dividend in half. My timing sucks. That's the story. I don't know. Stocks are cool, but, you know, you got to make right moves, and a lot of it's timing and then luck, and who the fuck knows?
I mean, yeah, and a lot of it is, charts. You
I
gotta look at the
could have bought
charts.
the shit out of Marriott, and, you know, if I would just stick to the shit I spend money on, I would have made a fortune. I spent money at Home Depot. I should have fucking bought Home Depot all these years. I pay Marriott millions in fucking franchise fees. Those bastards are charging me even during COVID. You believe that shit? Wouldn't even give me a break.
It's crazy.
Anyway.
But yeah, I mean, you got to look at the chart and
I'm
you
not
got to
a
look at
stock
the
guy.
news. You got to see where it's at, you know.
I take stock in my kids, and hopefully they'll pay off.
I will. Once I get a deal.
You got to find a deal.
I got to turn 18.
Anyway, you got to turn 18.
Not to find the deal, but to actually. Anyways. Paul, thank you for the $10. He said, "Hey Ben, do you suggest getting a bunch of different condos over time with low condo fees to rent out, or would duplexes or triplexes usually make more sense?"
You know, if you have a bunch of condos, banks don't like that shit. One here, one there, one there. I mean, you know, it's all about the numbers. If the condo fees aren't that much, and typically they're not, they're basically just paying for what you're going to pay for anyway. Okay? They're going to pay for the landscape, and you have to pay for the landscape anyway. They're going to pay for the fucking common areas. You have to take care of them anyway. But anyway, it depends on how much the numbers are. What's the NOI? How much rent you're going to get, what your condo is, what your expenses are, what your loan is. You know, does it pay? What's going to make you the most money and the less headaches? You know, they all work if the numbers are right. What has the best numbers?
Exactly. All right, Draco, thank you for the $10. He said, "What do you think about Dogecoin? Some of my friends are crazy for it. Should I invest in it?"
Listen, it's a new thing.
I don't
it's a
even,
new fad.
I don't even really follow
You know,
it.
it's cool to be in Dogecoin. You know, but I think he just dodged a bullet, didn't they? I don't know. This shit goes up, this shit goes down. You know, one guy says one thing and it makes the market go down. I don't understand it. I don't know what's backing it. You know, it's definitely something new, but it's got to be something serious because the banks are taking it serious now. You know, I heard Wells Fargo and Citibank are letting their people invest in what, Rafal? The mic?
Mike, yeah,
The mic. The mic ain't long enough. You need an extension on his mic. Anyway, you know, try it, but don't spend money you can't afford to lose. You know, Vincent's fiance, she told me about Dogecoin when I think it was a fucking penny. And I should have told the girl, listen, here's $5,000. Here's $10,000. Go buy the Dogecoin. Let's see what happens. But I didn't fucking do it. Now it went down to 47, right?
Yep.
Oh, that's the story. I don't know. You know, you want to be, I mean, you know, you got to be in it to win it. So if you can afford to fucking take the gamble, then take the gamble. But, you know, I wouldn't put no serious money you depended on there. And the banks ain't going to loan against it, to my knowledge. Maybe. I don't think so. I don't know. What else we got?
We have a Zoomer.
Zuma.
Hi.
What's up, Zuma? How are you?
Hey, Ben, how are you?
Pretty good. Man, you got a lot of fucking books behind you. Did you read all those fucking books?
Not yet.
Wait a minute. You're an encyclopedia salesman, aren't you? They still sell
No.
encyclopedias?
Actually,
I got a bunch of books in my. Don't worry. I got a bunch of books in my office library. I don't read. It's just for show too.
Actually, I think you can probably read what it says.
I don't know. I can't read it. Is it a Bible?
It's Hebrew letters.
It's Hebrew letters. Baruch atah. I don't know anymore.
I know.
So what's up?
Anyway, thanks for.
Are you Israeli?
Thanks for a great channel.
Are you? What, I'm just out of curiosity because I like to know what country are you from?
I'm from Belgium. I'm calling from Israel.
I was close. You're from
I'm
Belgium?
calling from Israel now, actually.
You're in Israel right now?
Mm-hmm.
I don't hear anything going. No bombs going off. What's going on?
Well, 45 minutes ago, they had a ceasefire.
Ceasefire? Oh, thank God. They need a ceasefire over there.
Let's see how long it lasts for.
You know, I don't want to tell my personal opinions, you know, but I don't see why religion and politics should mix. I'm sorry. I don't know. I know it's thousands of years of practice and stuff, but I just don't like mixing religion with politics. I don't know. So what's going on? How can we help you?
Hi. So I wanted to ask you a question about happiness. And I was wondering what, if you look back at your life and in general about how much money you've had all over the times, how would you make some type of correlation between more money, more happiness, less, more, like how would your look at life be about that matter?
I mean, I'm happy, you know, as happy as I can be in my situation. You know, I got all the things I wanted in life. You know, my kids are on the right track, you know, and we're living way above a level that I even planned on being. So I'm happy. I mean, you know, it's stressful. Nothing comes easy. But, you know, happiness don't come cheap. You know, you want happiness, you got to earn it. You know,
No,
unless
for
you're
sure.
lucky,
No.
unless you're lucky to marry into it like my wife did. But I'm just kidding. What else? So, I mean, you know, everybody's got their own level of happiness, too.
So would you say now?
Some people are happy working on a kibbutz.
You know, happiness is an interesting thing. Like, I should be as happy as I can be right now, you know? I mean, I pretty much do have it made. I still got to work for it, but I do have it made. I should be pretty much the happiest I could ever be. But some days you're just not happy. Like, it's okay not to be happy. Like,
human.
I've just been.
That's human.
Like, sometimes I'm not happy. But, I mean,
But let's say, I'm just asking again. I mean, feel free to answer what you want to answer. But let's say, for example, I mean, you both now, you worked very hard and kol hakavod, and let's say you bought now this yacht, which I understand is not anymore so exciting. So, like, what pushes one to? I mean, I live quite comfortably, and and I'm just thinking to myself, like, what, I've got 4 kids. What really? I mean, I'm not planning on buying a yacht. I'm not planning on buying, like crazy cars or anything. So, like, at a certain point, I'm asking myself, like, what, where does one want to get to, and where do you feel like? What do you think about that?
Everybody has a different type of what makes them happy. Me getting on a private plane and going to Fort Lauderdale and just relaxing on my big fancy boat out there in the water with my kids playing and my wife's drinking and she's leaving me the hell alone, and I'm happy. The weather's great. I'm enjoying my life. That's my level of happiness. Everybody's got their own desires and dreams and level. But whatever makes you happy.
And if you look back 20 years or something, where when you bought your, let's say, first big house, so I mean, weren't you then also already quite happy? For example,
I was happy, but I wasn't on a level I wanted to be 20 years ago. I mean, I'm at the point now where I feel like I've done enough. If I drop dead tomorrow, hey, I did everything I wanted. I had the big fancy houses. I had the fanciest cars you can buy. I can afford to go whatever the hell I want. My kids went to go to private school. I got, whatever. I'm living the best life I can live. I can travel if I want. I ain't worried about paying my fucking mortgage, even though it's big. And, I did what I could, and I'm happy. And I'm always looking for things to, other things that want to make,
you keep on going. You keep on.
That's it. Whatever makes you happy.
Okay.
If it makes you happy, just
it's
get
nice
fucking.
to hear that. It's nice to hear that.
Whatever makes you happy. That's what you do. As long as you're not bothering nobody, you do whatever you want. All right. Good luck. I hope you
Thanks,
stay
man.
safe.
Take care.
Stay safe.
Amen. Thank you.
All right. Take care. I don't know. I wouldn't want to be in Israel. I want to take a trip. I told you I'm going to take you for a trip to Israel. We could go with him. We could hook up with that guy in Israel.
I don't know if I want to touch into that
it's
side of it.
ridiculous. I think it's just totally ridiculous that people are still even bombing and killing people each other. I mean, there's just no rational mediation that can be done where everybody just gets along. You do what the hell you want. You do what the hell you want. You stay over there. You stay over there. You don't like something, too bad, just ignore it. And live. As long as nobody's bothering you, what the hell you care? Pray to whatever the hell you want to pray to. Do whatever the hell you want with all these crazy traditions they got. That's their business. I don't care. But, you not kill each other over this stupid shit. Come on. It's ridiculous that they're doing it to begin with, living the way they live, with all these crazy old rituals and things that went on thousands of years ago. It's 2020 fucking one. Just be happy, make money, live your life, be productive, be happy.
Yeah, I mean,
worry about, fighting with people all the time. Everybody should really care about each
really
other.
Should just,
one religion don't care about another religion. It's bullshit. You're all on the same fucking planet, you idiots. Why would you? It's easier to get along than it is to fight. Believe me. That's why I've been married 18 years.
Yeah.
I learned that shit a long time ago.
I mean, we all got to realize at the end that we're all human, and we're
you
all
think
in
the
this
Arabs
together.
would really know it because they got 10 wives?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the,
but their women ain't got no rights. I've been to their country. I'm sorry. What do you got to say?
Nothing. I mean, I'm just saying, like, at the end of the day, we're all human, and we all got to realize that. We just got to try to live the best life we can, regardless.
Not here forever.
Regardless of, our beliefs or, even color or, skin or anything. Like, you just got to realize that we're all human.
We're all human beings. Live your life right. Don't bother nobody, and that's it. All right, Rafal, enough of that philosophy for today. What else we got?
We got some super chats. So, work
Super
installations.
chats.
Thank you for the €2. He said, is owner financing for first house in Florida a good idea?
I mean, if you find an owner that wants to finance the deal, maybe he's got reasons why he doesn't want to take the tax hit, right off the bat, then, if he gives you good terms, it's all about the terms. When you borrow money, I learned from Mark Wilton. Mark Wilton used to open fucking banks. Mark Wilton would create a bank, start a fucking bank. Okay? It's all about the terms. You know, who's going to give you the best deal? If you got shitty credit and the bank don't want to loan you money and you got to get the owner to finance you and he's willing to, then do it. Whatever it takes to get your foot in the door. Whatever the best terms are that you qualify for. You qualify for nothing.
I mean, with the partner, like you qualify for
I see what you... Anyway, let's move on. All right, what else we got? Anything else?
Anyways, yeah, Shaban. Thank you for
Shaban.
the 199. It's not about religion. It's about land.
Well, you know, but the religion drives the whole goddamn thing. It drives the mentality. It drives the way they have to live, where the other guy don't want to live like them. You know, please, it's all bullshit. You know, it's about land. Fine. If they're all intelligent, they'd sit down and say, okay, we're all here. We're stuck here together. Let's make the fucking best of it. It's common sense. I looked it on the news. BBC actually shows you what the fuck's really going on. And they're bombing. These people, these are fucking slums we're talking about. We're talking about fucking slums. And some schmuck from Brooklyn went and moved into one. Some Jewish guy I watched on TV. Big fat Jewish guy. He's living there in the middle of all this bullshit going on. Oh, if it wasn't me, it would be someone else. What the fuck are you doing there to begin with? Anyway, you know, everybody's human. Carve out a piece for the fucking Palestinians. Carve out a piece for Israel. Draw a fucking line there if you have to. They all fucking trade with each other anyway. Let me tell you, all this bullshit is bullshit when it comes to making money. They're all trading in with each other and making money still. Why the fuck can't they just figure out, hey, we need each other. We're stuck here together. You live here. I live here. You leave me the fuck alone. I leave you the fuck alone. Done. What else?
Yeah, with Zoomer.
We just solved all the problems in the Middle East.
You guys going to me, Braddock?
Hey, we got the big beard man. I wish I grew a beard like that. I'm going to grow me a big fucking beard like that. I'm going to be a man's beard. I'm going to have a man's beard. It's that lumberjack beard. He's got the fucking lumberjack beard. He's the type of guy where you can see him with a fucking axe in his hand. Yeah! How many trees you chopped today?
Yeah, quite a few. I'm in Montana, actually, Ben.
Are you really?
Yeah,
you look like Montana. A lot of bush.
Yeah. I feel like it. Yeah, big bush. And the ladies got big
ladies,
bush up here.
Ladies really like it? Is it help? Does it help?
You know what? Since I grew the beard, it's been incredible.
Oh, man.
Because it covers my 2 or 3 chins, too, really well. So.
Yeah, but do the women like the feeling of it? They like it, don't they?
I think they
I don't want to get too deep into that part of your life, but I have a feeling that they like it. You know,
they like the idea of
I take my beard and I just take my wife's hand and let her touch it and she goes nuts. I think I'm gonna grow a bigger beard.
Keep growing it, Ben.
Yeah. So what's up in Montana?
All right, brother. So I hope this my situation doesn't make anybody hate me, but
don't take nothing hateful.
Well, I'm not a real estate guy. I have a small business. I just work for myself and by myself. And that's been like 70, 80 hours a week for the last 8 years. I'm freaking tired. But
you want to tell us what you do? We can't sympathize with you unless you tell us what you do.
Yeah, okay. So I'm a dental technician. So I do like the dental prosthetics. I do gold teeth, porcelain teeth, that kind of stuff. And it's just the nature of the business. I just work too many hours. So anyway, that's all.
You're making this shit?
I make it, yeah.
All right, so how much for a new set of teeth? I need a new set of teeth. How much? Can you hook me up? I'll fly to Montana. Can you get me a good deal?
Yeah, so...
What does a person do when they need a whole fucking new rack? What do they do?
Yeah, well, it depends. I don't do dentures. Everything I do is fixed, so it means you still have a tooth in your mouth. They grind away all the decay, and I make a crown that fits over it, right?
I think my teeth are beyond that. I think I need new fucking teeth.
So like this guy, he's missing that tooth there. He's got a pretty bad grill anyway, but we're just doing that one tooth for him. I don't have any other big cases to show you.
You're like a dental artist.
Yeah.
You're a sculptor.
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah, pretty much.
Why do you got to work so fucking how many hours? You can't find somebody to help you and still make money?
I've tried, man. It took me like 20 years to learn how to do this, and for me to find somebody else that knows how to do it. You know how it is. It's like you taking on a partner. You're gonna butt heads with them. They want to do shit their way. And,
well, you can't find somebody you can train to do it your way, like somebody coming out of school or something, or do they have schools for that? Do they have schools for what you do?
They do, but you come out of school knowing nothing. You learn everything.
That's why you need that person coming out of school to teach them.
Yeah.
You need to go you need to go to a dental school and see if you can find somebody, or wherever they make that shit schools at.
Yeah, I mean, I've tried a couple times. The problem is I get 6 months in and then they leave, and I'm so damn busy. I'm working 70 hours and trying to train them. I get them trained up and then they fly the coop.
I know, but eventually you're gonna find people that will stay. That's the problem, Sometimes I go through a lot of employees, and then when we get that good one, we keep it. It's a process.
Yeah.
All right. So what else is the story?
Okay, so this is the rest of the story. That leads me to, and this is the part where some guys are gonna hate, but I just inherited a substantial amount of property, and
in Montana.
In Montana,
How much is it worth?
The total, there's 2 properties, and the total is about $2 million.
Is it farmland? Is it rural land?
Part of it is rural land. So there's 20 acres, and it's in a resort area it's turned into a resort area. So 20 acres in this area is worth like 1.5.
All right. So what do you want to do with it? What do you want to do?
So the thing is it's family land. It's been the family forever.
Any grazing on it? Is making any money on it? You got cows on it? What do you got? Trees on it? What do you got?
So there's an old house that's rented right now. It's had no maintenance done for 30 years. So it needs like probably 150, 200 dumped into it to bring it up to standard.
Then what is it worth? And then you got to carve it out or what? I don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing. So I'm wondering, if you were in my position, I'm not a real estate guy, but I would like to get into it, but I don't want to lose my shorts on this deal. So do I leverage that property to get into some other rentals? I mean, because it's all paid for, all this stuff.
Yeah, but it's got no income. So the banks, I don't know about banks loaning on rural land. Unless you got some plan to build on it, or some plan you're going to lay on the table and you're going to be heavily invested in. I mean, what's the best use for the land? What is the best, most valuable use for that land?
Well, the best use for it is going to be somebody moving in from California and buying it, because it's zoned only for 20-acre parcels.
Oh boy!
So they're just going to put a big $5 million house in the middle of it.
Are there $5 million houses out there in the middle of 20 acres?
Oh yeah.
Well, then why don't you do this? Well, I mean, do you want to sell it and just get your hands on the money?
Well, I kind of do, but I'm also concerned about, freaking inflation, the economy, and all this right now.
You're sitting on land that may be worth a couple $1 million bucks, and ain't doing shit for you.
A couple $1 million.
Yeah, ain't doing shit for you. You can get that if you get your hands on a couple of million. How much money you got in bank right now? I'm not trying to put you on the spot. How much you worth right now?
I got like 80 grand that I could.
All right,
that's
so
free and clear.
I'd much rather have 2 million 80 grand in the bank and not have land that I don't want to fucking build on. You don't have the money to build on it. You're not a developer. You ain't gonna build a big fancy house, and then you can't do shit with it anyway except one house. That's fucking crazy. I don't know. I would sell it, and I'd have $2,080,000 in the fucking bank, and I'd figure out what to do with that. Okay, that's what I would do. Then you get busy. Then you can go out there and do something with $2 million. Shit, you kick some ass. You can put in a fucking. You can go buy anything. You can buy fucking preferred stock and get 4.5% on the $2 million. Shit, that's 45. That's 90 grand a year. You can stick that $2 million, park it in fucking preferred bank stocks, and get 90 grand a year, sitting there doing nothing. Or you can buy triple net. You got options. I'd get the fucking money.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. So there's 3.
When else are you gonna have a chance in your life to have $2 million fucking dollars?
Really just completely change your life for just the better, which I'm sure you're doing good now, but it could just take you to a whole nother level to where you'll just be, successful, more successful.
Get the money, and then you become a real millionaire. Sit around with $2 million worth of land, you ain't a millionaire.
Yeah,
put that motherfucking money in the bank in cash, and you can take 100 grand and put it here. You can take 200 grand, put it here. You can invest it here. You can fucking borrow money at 1 or 2% against your fucking money that you're sitting in there making your money. You gotta get things cooking,
Yeah,
then you won't have to work so much. All right, because then the $2 million will be put to work, making you money that's equivalent to the fucking business is paying you? How much the business paying you a year? 100 grand, 200 grand?
Yeah, I'm making about 100 right now,
Well,
and
there you go.
I'm working.
Yeah.
I'm working 70 or 80 hours a
Well,
week. I'm working
now you
two
can cut it
full-time
in
jobs.
half.
Exactly.
You can cut your hours in half and have
Yeah.
fucking 90 grand a year coming in for the fucking $2 million.
Yeah, that preferred. What was the name of it again? Because I haven't heard of that. Preferred.
Listen. First thing you got to do is steps. Okay. The first thing is get the money. All right.
Yep.
You need to find the
Step
right
one.
fucking broker that has a history of selling those 20-acre parcels to the big shots that want to come there and build houses. You need to get in the market you need to be in. Find that broker that can list that property and get you that $2 million. That's step number one.
Yep.
Okay? Then worry about what the fuck we're going to do with it once you get it.
Yep.
Get the money,
Okay.
and then you take $2 million and you put it somewhere where they're not going to fuck you over too bad, like a Merrill Lynch or a J.P. Morgan or a Wells Fargo or a Citibank or any of these big shot banks, because they're going to back you up once you're like buying into their family and putting money in their bank. Just get with me after you get the $2 million, all right? Call me on Ben Mallah.
Yeah.
Consult with Ben. All right?
I will.
And
I
I'll
will.
put you in the
Awesome.
right direction.
Thanks a lot, Ben.
Take care. Good luck to you.
Thanks, brother.
All right. But I wouldn't let that beard grow anymore. It's kind of long. It's not the perfect length right there. I'm going to get me one of those big beards. All right. What else we got?
Let's see. We got a super chat. Draco, thank you for the $20. He said, thank you for the advice. You've been a huge inspiration. I recently bought a house, and I'm renting it out. You spoke about refinancing before. Please elaborate more on this, as I am a noob, and I want to take the next step.
Listen, if you got equity built up in the house and you bought it right, it's all about the equity, all right? And the banks charge you nothing to tell you no. So you might as well go to the bank and say, listen, here's the house, here's what I owe, this is what it's renting for, okay, how much you want to loan me? It's all about how much money you can borrow. So if you got equity in the house, then go borrow it and try to find another deal. You know, you got to squeeze every way you can to get that money to buy the next deal. Refi. Now's the best time, because I have a feeling rates are going to go up with these cuckoos and running things now. All right, you got any other super Zoomers, calls, anything?
Super chats for now.
What do you got?
No more super chats for now.
All right, any regular chats? Anybody?
We're gonna make a
any
phone call then.
calls? What are you guys
We're
doing?
doing a phone call then.
We're going to do a phone call.
Oh.
You'll have an
sorry.
answer number
Your
as
call-
disconnected and is no longer in service. That's what you're going to hear one day. You're going to call this phone one day, and that's what you're going to hear. Because I'll be dead.
I wasn't going with that. I was thinking you were retired, but I mean, you
I'm
can
still
always go
taking
there.
calls when I'm retired, but when I'm dead, I can't take your calls. I'm sorry. All right, Rafal. Come on, Polish Productions.
We have
What's
a
up? We got a
Zoomer.
Zoom, baby, Zoom.
Nicole, unmute yourself.
Unmute.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. How are you today?
Hey, I finally got through. Yay. Okay, so long time listener, first time caller. So my situation, I just bought a house. I closed on it the 7th of this month.
Congratulations.
I'm sorry?
Congratulations.
Thank you. So this is my first ever house. I want to rent it out. I am doing this all on my own, and I'm learning as I go along. I listen to a lot of real estate podcasts, yours included. So I'm just getting as much information as I can. I've already found a property manager company to help me do it. But my questions for you is a lot of the podcasts, they mostly talk about where to find deals, how to pay for your deals. But I can't find anything about what do you do after you get your deal. Like how do you upgrade the house? How do you find tenants? How do you establish yourself? Do you find a CPA? Do you go with an LLC? Like all these other questions. So I guess my first question for you is, since this is a business, should I get a LLC?
How did you buy the house? Did you buy it under your name?
Say it again.
How did you buy the house? And the title of the house is under what name? Your name personally?
Underneath my name, yes.
All right. Well, I mean, it's not dangerous, but, I buy every piece of real estate under an LLC. That's what Mark Wilton told me to do, and that's what I've always done because that is a business. And anything that goes on with that business, you don't want it to affect the rest of your life. So by having an LLC, it gives you protection. So God forbid you rent the house out. God forbid something happens to somebody. The insurance company, whatever, kicks in, but they still want to come after you. You're liable for anything that goes on in that property. So having an LLC, they can only go after the LLC. Okay, they can't come after you personally. The only time they can come after you personally is you got to do something so ridiculous that you can personally be blamed for, but normally they can't mess with you, so that's why you do an LLC. And, and it's basically, it's called a single member LLC if it's only your name on it. And that's your company, but they can't mess with you. Now, let me ask you a question. You bought this house to rent it out? You didn't buy it to live in, right?
Correct. Well, that's my other question. So when I did all the paperwork, I was considered a first-time home buyer because it is my first house. And they made me sign that paper saying that I will be living in the house. But from every person that I talked to, my lender, my agent, a lot of other people, like online, they'll say you should live in the house for about 6 months to a year. But the other people who actually do the housing as a profession, they say, well, the banks don't really care that you were in the house. As long as you pay your mortgage, they don't bother you.
Well, it's a thin line, and I think there's different rules and times. But, a lot of people do it, and, but when you agree to borrow money, you did make an agreement that you're going to live in that house for, typically it's 1 year, I always thought with FHA, but what it doesn't say, to my knowledge, and I'm not a lawyer, but you can have roommates, okay? And you can, have roommates, and but you're supposed to live there for the amount of time you told them you're going to live there. But, that's a gray area, and I don't want to go down that road, especially with everybody listening. So, basically, when you're in a position to rent that thing out, I mean, is the house near where you live already?
No, I'm still living with my father at the moment.
Yeah, but how far away is the house?
15 minutes.
So, I mean, you might want to try. I'm just saying, if you might want to try. Right now, the house is sitting empty, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you need to get it ready and you need to get it rented. That's your priority right now. If that's what you're gonna do. And that's what you got to do, whether it's putting it on Craigslist or advertising on, I don't know what area you're in. You got to market it. If you want to turn it over to a management company and let them handle it, fine. But,
because I'm so new to this, I'm more likely going to be using a management company because, one, they're more knowledgeable. They know the laws. They know everything else I need to do, so I won't get too much in trouble. And that was my other concern. So even if something goes wrong, would the tenant go after me or would they go after the management company? Well, they have to go through them anyway.
No, typically, I mean, if there's a problem, number one, you have insurance on the house, I'm sure, right? You have to. The lender's going to require it.
Yes. So when I bought the house, it is required to get insurance. At the time, the seller, we gave her, because she was elderly and she needed to find a place to live, like a house for elderly people. I gave her extra time to it's in the house to do that. So when I called the insurance company, I told them, hey, this person is still in there. I'm not in there yet. So they gave me some kind of renter insurance until she moved out, and they told me to switch it to the normal insurance when she's gone. But right now, as I'm paying it, it's for a renter. But when I talked to a lawyer about it, he said that you might want to get a better insurance in case something happens. So I'm not really sure. All
right, there's two types of insurance. You got the first insurance that protects the house. Case of fire, case of earthquake, case of whatever, natural disaster or whatever, or even a pipe breaking and flood the place. You got one insurance policy that covers the premises. Then you got to have, when you have somebody that, is not you living in that house, you need to have liability. Liability is normally not that expensive, but it covers you, God forbid this lady, especially her being a senior, if she falls down or gets hurt or, I mean, even though she owned a house, you're responsible now for that property. So, I would definitely make sure you got liability insurance. I'm sure you do. Maybe not enough, I don't know, but, these days people sue you for $1 million for nothing. But, you got to have property insurance and you got to have liability. So, God forbid anything happens, talk to the insurance company. Don't bother me.
So it will be liability insurance and property insurance?
You got to have property for the property in case something happens there, and you got to have liability in case somebody gets hurt, and they want to find you at fault. I mean, I've had people sue me that didn't even live on my property. They didn't even live on my property. They came on my property, something happened to them, and they sued me. I mean, I could really tell you some horror stories, but, make sure you're covered liability-wise. In case anything happens there, you're not, you got insurance backing you up.
Okay.
And then get with the management company and see what you can do. Get some numbers out. Okay, what can we rent this place for? And then you better figure out how much is my mortgage, how much is my taxes, how much is my insurance, what am I left with? You got to get on, see what the management company says they're going to charge for their fee every month. And, and then basically make sure they don't spend too much of your money when something breaks. Because they might just pick up the phone and call a freaking guy out at $80 to unstop a goddamn toilet when maybe somebody will run over there and do it for you for $25. I don't know. I mean, you got to watch the money. Even though they're the management company, you got to see every penny they brought in and every penny they spend. It's your money.
Okay. One more thing for the LLC.
The LLC is a lawyer. I mean, you can set one up yourself, but I recommend you use a lawyer. I don't think they charge much.
Well, that's what I want to bring up, because when I did talk to a lawyer, he actually was against an LLC because he said it was harder to do a refinance through an LLC, I wasn't sure that was true or not.
Banks recognize LLCs all day long. Okay, now they're not gonna. If you claim it as your principal residence and you want to do a refi later, then they're gonna say, well, it's not your personal residence, it's an LLC because you're renting it out. So it could affect. Basically, if you're going to be getting a loan against that rental property, you get a loan based on it being a rental property. But, I mean, an LLC is going to give you protection. I don't think you plan on refinancing anytime soon anyway, right?
Well, I wasn't sure how this was going to work, but I wanted to try and get the equity out of the home because it was built in 1951 and the lady was in the house since 1951. So the house is in perfect condition, besides it needed to be updated.
What are you going to keep it or are you going to flip it?
It's nothing really too much to flip. It's just mostly cosmetics.
No, I'm saying, do you want to sell it for more money or you want to keep it as a rental?
Oh, heck no. I want to keep it as a rental.
All right, well, let me ask you a question. You want to get deep then? How much you pay for the house?
So I bought it for $300K.
$300,000?
Well, I'm right outside Washington, D.C.
Okay, that explains everything.
Yeah, so actually that's extremely cheap.
How much is the rent going to be? You don't know how much the rent's going to be yet?
So by the fair housing for a 3-bedroom apartment is $2,300. But when I did the rents, looked at everyone else's rent, I saw one person nearby was doing his for about like $2,900. So it's
all right. So fine, you might be able to get a few grand a month, but you got to fix it up, right?
Correct.
All right. So how much is your loan every month?
I'm sorry. It's $1,700.
You bought a $300,000 house. You only $1,700 a month, right? $1,700 a month. All right. So, I mean, the numbers sound good, but you have the money to fix it up to get it to rent it out for $3,000 a month.
Oh yeah. So my budget is $10K, but so far I'm making it work. So for the stuff that I can't do, the contractor is doing, and that's staying in my budget. Everything else I can literally do. I can take off wallpaper. I can paint. I can put down. I have
time.
Oh yeah, that's no problem. Weekends are free.
Well, but time is money. The time is money because you're paying that mortgage right now, and you need to hurry up and get that rent coming in. So you in there messing around with the wallpaper. That's all. If you got the time, fine. But the sooner you get that job done, the sooner you get that place rented, the sooner you can start making some money. Because right now you're losing money.
I know, but even after it is done, I still got to put in the, since it was an old house, it has to be tested for lead. So I need a certification for that. Then after that, then the city has to come in, make sure everything is good to give me a license just to be a landlord. It's kind of cool. I should have done my homework more before I invested.
Well, no, everything you're saying is just the way things are run out there. You know, with all that bureaucratic stuff, and the city needs to give you a license, and you got to have lead testing. Listen, all those hurdles you got to jump through to get the city squared away, that's what you need to worry about. Get all that stuff out the way. Okay, even if it's not all fixed up the way it needs to be, get it to the point where you can rent it out and not, and have everything you need. But if you got a budget, that's great. Make it work. Get the place ready if you can with the $10,000. Get the city to give you all the certifications you need, and get that sucker rented. Because if you're $1,700 a month, is that just your mortgage payment? Does that include the taxes and insurance?
That's everything.
Everything?
Yes.
Well, then the sooner you get it done, you'll be making $1,300 a month.
Well, I mean, the property company have to take out their portion.
All right,
too,
they're going to take maybe 10%. I don't know, for one house, maybe they'll take 10%. So you'll have $1,000 a month. All right, right now you get that house done, you get it rented, you make $1,000 a month, and that'll be great.
Okay. Since I'm still a newbie, have you any more advice for me? How to move forward from here?
How to do what?
How to move forward from here since I'm still new and figuring things out.
Listen, if you're being smart, if you found somebody that's going to manage it and get it rented and make sure you get the rent every month, I mean, go talk to the management company, find out what they're willing to do for you, how much they're going to charge, and then get that place ready to go, ready to rent. You need it show ready. You need every single thing done that needs to be done in that house to get you that $3,000 a month. But don't go too far. You only got a $10,000 budget. But I'll tell you one thing people like new toilets.
Surprisingly,
and toilets are only $100. Toilets are $100. If you got a really old, ugly toilet, $100 you buy a brand new toilet. People love that shit. I'm just telling you my experience. Spend the money wisely. Spend it wisely on what you need to make that place. In fact, what you might consider doing is go out there and see, or go online for rent.com and see what other houses are renting for, and look at, compare them, appliance-wise. You don't want to overspend either,
Right.
All right.
I understand.
Well, good luck to you. I wish you the best.
I have one last question.
Oh, we have to go.
Okay,
move on. We have to move on.
All right, I'm sorry, man.
We have to move on.
Oh.
Go ahead. We're listening.
Oh.
We're here. We're here. Put it back. Put it back. Hello.
Okay.
Hello. Sorry about that. We got a Polish guy running things here, and
oh, what is going on?
I don't know. As a producer, he controls everything. So how can we help you? What's your last question?
It's mostly just for you, Ben. How is your leg? Because we haven't seen any updates about it.
My leg is okay. I went to the doctor today on my hand. He said that my fracture in my thumb bone here, fractured all the way up my thumb, is 70% healed. I got 30% to go, but then it's going to take another 2 months for the nerves over here, where I had the 6 stitches, for me to stop getting that tingling feeling and get my strength back. So I'm just sitting basically with a broken thumb right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I hope you feel better.
Thank you, and I wish you the best of luck with the house, and get that wallpaper down. That's a messy job. I hate doing that stuff. Oh, I hate that. I hate wallpaper. Have a good time. Take care. Good luck. All right, Rafal, what else you got? You're pushing us around.
We have more Zoomers, and we have Ben Jr. on the line.
Ben Jr., he's supposed to be working.
I just got done working. I just looked at a deal in Clearwater.
Clearwater, yeah, it's $100 a door. It's
It's $120 a door.
Yeah, that's nice.
And it's only 10 units.
10 units for $120 a door. That's $1,200,000. How much is the total gross rent is going to bring in a month?
And it'll probably bring in about $8,000 a month.
8 for 12 units? It can't bring in 12 fucking grand a month?
Now, maybe if we can raise rents, but it needs a lot of work.
Raise the rents.
Needs a lot of work.
All right.
Of work.
Anyway, I'm not jumping in $120 a door. All right. What else you got? I need my reports. I got to refinance some properties. I need money.
You got them. You got them.
Make sure my reports are ready to go.
We're ready. We're ready.
All right. What else you got?
I don't know. What are you doing?
Right now.
Where you at?
You got a Zoomer?
What's up? Hello? You got a Zoomer? Oh, I'm sorry. Sit back and hold tight. We got a Zoomer.
All right.
All right. Zoom in, baby. Zoom in.
Yo.
What's up? What's up?
What's going on, man? I'm out here in Detroit, Michigan. So I just bought a house for like $1,000. I paid $750 for closing costs. So basically, I'm trying to get the funding and shit. I've been using the unemployment money that the state been giving out to, basically feed the house for materials and shit. So basically, my question is, how do I get some funding, man? Where do I get the money? I need the money, baby.
You bought a house for $1,000?
Yeah, man. Detroit, listen, it's crazy out here in Detroit. There's an apartment building. I think they want like $10,000 for it. It's like three story, like 17 or 18 units. Yeah, it's crazy out here in Detroit right now.
All right, so
man.
let me ask you a question. Did you buy this house to live in it, or are you going to rent it out?
I wanted to rent it out. I wanted to put it on Airbnb, to be honest, but.
Will somebody rent it?
Yeah, actually, the old lady across the street that's been staying on the block for so many years, she was basically saying she had someone that was interested when I got it fixed. So.
Yeah, but Airbnb is by what? By the day? By the week? I mean,
by the day, I think the limit is like 5 to 7 days. I don't think there is a limit. You can, as long as you got the money, you can get as many days as you want.
Yeah, it's true. But is there a demand for it? There are people out there that want it. Is there?
Absolutely. I mean, absolutely. The house, the house is located is 10 minutes from downtown Detroit. It's right off a major highway. It's on a busy area. So
why did you get it for $1,000? Why is it so cheap? What was wrong with it?
And it was fucked up, and it needed a little bit of everything. I gutted it all the way down to the studs.
Where's it at now?
Where's it at now?
Yeah, what condition is it in now?
Right now, I got the studs. I just got the electricity going on. I just bought all the OSB boards to get the roof and everything situated. I'm trying to get a pallet of shingles. I need 42 bundles of shingles so I can get the roof finished. Then I'm gonna start working on the inside.
What is that? Once you fix that house up, how much you think it's worth then?
75.
75 G's?
Yeah, for sure.
Shit, man, you better hurry up and fix that damn house up. That's a lot of profit. So you got to hurry up and get that house fixed. Now, once you get the house fixed, can you? If you're trying to raise some money now, I mean, the only thing I can think of, is there's guys out there that loan hard money on houses. You got to find a hard money lender. And maybe how much do you really need to get the house finished?
$25K.
$25K, and right now you ain't got you. Right now you're just using your income to do it. So you need to find you got to find a hard money guy,
Right.
Or I hate to say it, sometimes you got to take it apart. You got to do whatever you got to do, but try to.
I got a few assets. I got a 2008 Cadillac Escalade. I was thinking about selling that, and then I got a 2014 CTS Coupe. So I was thinking about.
I'm gonna tell you what I used to do. All right, when I was first starting out, if I didn't need it, I traded in for cash. Right now, you gotta do whatever you gotta do to get that money legally, and get that money. If you gotta sell some shit and you can live without it right now, don't worry about it. You'll buy new shit later. Right now, you gotta make that money. If you're sitting on a damn house you can make $75,000 on, all right, minus the 20 you put into it, or 25, you can make 50 G's on a house. There you go. Now you got something worth something. You can rent it out. You can borrow money against it. How much rent? How much do you think you can make off Airbnb?
Maybe $100 a night. It just really depends on how nice you get the house. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get everything modern, everything new. So
$100 a night that's $1,500. If you rented it half the time, that's $1,500 a month. Okay. If you want to do like little Ben would do. He rent it out by the hour, but I'm just kidding.
Depends on what neighborhood in Detroit.
Hey, that's possible in Detroit.
Hey,
man.
I don't want to say it, but you can do half day rental. Hey, and you can make $200 a day. But you have to find a hard money lender. I'm sure they're out there. All right, you got to go. Even if you walk into a local real estate office, say, hey, you know any hard money lenders? I'm telling you, they're out there. There's always guys out there. What about on 8 Mile? Go to that pawn shop. I know the guy Les there. You know what I'm talking about?
Dude. Yeah, I know that dude.
He's
Everybody
flaky.
know that
I know.
dude,
Yeah.
man.
I know. I only met him once. I met him twice in Cayman Islands.
I'd rather get the loan from you, man.
Man, I can't. I'm a borrower, not a loaner. I borrow money. I don't loan it. But you need to go find a hard money lender. He's going to charge you like 10% some bullshit. But as soon as he loans you that money and you got the house fixed, then hopefully you can pay him back. So, and get rid of him. That's the plan, Sam. All right, well, good luck to you, man. Good luck. But keep buying those $1,000 houses.
Yeah, I was about to say, keep buying houses for $1,000. I don't really think you can go wrong if you can make them habitable.
Hey, that's the move. I mean, if y'all trying to buy houses out here, man,
I did 18 years in Oaktown. I did 18 years. I did all that. Now my sons are all big shots. They don't want to do houses. But you need to do it. You need to find somebody with some money, too, that can maybe back you up if you got access to stuff like that.
Man, I'm trying to tell you.
Find the money, man. Find them. But there's hard money lenders out there that'll loan you 10, 20 grand, I'm sure, if it's worth 80 when you fix it up. All right?
I appreciate it.
All right,
man.
good luck to you. Peace.
For sure.
$1,000. I know. I know. I heard in Detroit and some other areas you could actually buy them just for the tax bill, which was very low too. They said the county was giving shit away. I heard at one time, you know, where hey, you want it, just pay us the fucking taxes, you can have it. We don't want to fucking take care of it no more. I mean, if you got the will to do it, then do it. You know. It's just like where I started in West Oakland, you know. Nobody else wanted to go there.
What was the cheapest house you bought?
Cheapest house I ever bought? I bought quite a few in the 20s back then, but it was never less than 20s. It was always at least 20 grand, I would think, you know. But that was it. 21. I remember once I bought a fourplex in West Oakland for $21,000 for Bank of America right before foreclosure.
That wasn't Ignacio, was it? That wasn't
No. This was down in deep West Oakland.
Remember how much you sold it for?
Was it 4 units? It was 4 units, I think. No, maybe it was 4 units.
That's not the one where you added the house onto the back of it.
Quiet. You talk too much. You got big mouth. All right, what else we got? I pulled a couple of Mark Wilton tricks in my time. What else you got?
We're just going to do last caller.
Last call for alcohol. What time is it? Well, this test went good. We got people zoomed in. And, you know, we're working. So we just got to improve the production now.
This is Brian.
Your lighting's kind of off now that you lost your backlighting.
Brian,
how you doing?
Up? How are you?
Oh, man. Ben, I got a quick question.
I don't see him. Where's he
at? It's a phone call.
Yeah, I'm on a phone call. I'm not on Zoom, but I got to ask because I'm a car guy. After you got rid of the Ferrari, what did you pick up after that? And did you meet Carla?
My wife would not let me sell her Ferrari. All right.
Yeah, you got the California now, but I mean the original.
He's talking
one.
about your Ferrari.
My Ferrari.
Yeah, the 308. The 308 back in the day.
Yeah, it was a 1984, I think. 308 GTS I. It had an I on the end of it. After I got that, after Mark took that off my hands, I didn't think about cars no more. I learned my lesson. I used to keep like 3 or 4 cars, and one would break down and jump in the other one. And I went to Mercedes. So I'm sorry. Eventually, I stuck to Mercedes because I used to flip them. I'd buy a Mercedes in San Francisco. I'd drive it over one bridge because they couldn't afford to keep it in San Francisco because you can't park. I'd drive it over the Oakland Bridge there, and I'd sell it for $5,000 more. And I used to drive around with like big Mercedes, 450 SELs, 560 SELs. Ben had a 380 SEC that he wrecked on the fucking freeway coming back.
It was a 420 SEC.
No, it was a 380. It was a little. I got it really cheap.
The one I wrecked was a 380.
The one you wrecked was a 380
was
while he was coming from ice hockey and it was really icy out. And he did a 360 on 580 freeway. And I'd come out there and he's sitting the opposite way on the freeway. The goddamn state troopers are there or whatever. And I had to clean up that mess. Then he used to have a 420 SEL black one. I had a lot of Mercedes. Then from Mercedes, I started with Cadillac. And then when I got the Ferrari, I kind of went to Mercedes. Then from Mercedes, you know, I always had the Escalades and all that sitting around too. But I went from Mercedes, I moved to Florida, went to Rolls Royce. And that's it. My car life is over now. It's up to Rolls Royce and nothing.
Yeah, I saw your Bentley, and then you traded it on the Rolls. But,
yeah, I'm gonna go buy another one of those Bentleys for my wife. I'm gonna get rid of a Porsche and get her an Onage. Not an Onage. What do they call it? The Bentley Mulsanne. And then I can use it sometimes when this car we can both use when I want to take out the Big Mama Phantom.
You can Uber in it.
But ain't nothing like a Phantom. That's what when Aaron gets his license, I'm going to turn him into a Rolls-Royce Phantom Uber driver.
Hey, that'd be a good video.
You'll be triple XL Uber.
That'd be a good video.
Yeah.
All right, what else you got?
I was gonna tell you. You actually gave me some good advice. We did a consult with Ben, a phone call, and I was buying a property from a couple of sisters that didn't want to negotiate, and it was kind of rubbing me the wrong way because I didn't feel like I was getting a good deal. You kind of talked me into it and convinced me, with some numbers.
I told you to take them out to dinner separately.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, this is the best property that I have ever bought. I got a loan I've got a real good relationship with the bank.
I remember the call.
Yeah.
I know what I told you. I don't know if I should say should I tell everybody what I told you? I told them that at least sleep with one of them and then we'll get the deal.
Yeah, but listen, so the bank, it appraised for more than what we agreed to pay, which was, what they wanted. Bank gave me a 0 down loan.
Very
good. Gave me 100% of the purchase price, 0 down. And I didn't know, have you ever found anything in properties or anything like that? Because I actually found cash in this property. I mean, it was by far the best property I've ever bought. It brings
found
in
cash in the wall?
No, in the ground, buried.
You found cash buried in the ground. I wouldn't tell anybody that. I would keep that a secret, okay? That's something you don't want to keep because the fucking sisters will come back there and they'll come and get you. All right?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't tell anybody that.
But...
Don't tell nobody. Just, I don't want to tell you. Go get a safe deposit box. All right. What else you got? Guy fucking buys a house.
I have a quick question.
He buys a fucking house
about...
with no money down, with equity in the goddamn house, and he finds fucking buried treasure. Holy shit, you're a lucky motherfucker.
Yeah, I've always thought about, is there something in the wall? Is there something in the ceiling that somebody left, whatever? And this was actually underground, which was it was crazy.
You go digging up underground? You bought that?
No, it was a safe. It was buried.
Well, you got lucky, so I wouldn't tell too many people. But good luck to you.
Just, I guess the people that before didn't trust the banks or who knows what.
Yeah, a lot of people hid money. The only thing I ever find is empty fucking liquor bottles. The only thing I ever find in my house is empty liquor bottles from a guy that little Ben used to work with, and he'd throw the fucking bottles in the wall. But anyway, good luck to you. You're a lucky guy. I hope your luck stays running like that.
Well, I got a question about Dollar Generals. Have you ever messed with Dollar General? Because I've got a couple of people that rent to Dollar Generals, and they say it's just the easiest money in the world.
It is.
Dollar
it
General
is.
does
If
not
you pick the
own
right
property.
one, Dollar Generals are great
right
investments. It's all about the sales of the store. The store sales. If the guy's making money, he's going to pay his friggin' rent. And if he's in the middle of nowhere, it's even better because nobody got no choice but to go to him. You check the store sales. You make sure it's corporate backed or backed by a guy that's got 20 or 30 of them, and it's safe. And you sit back and you do nothing. All you do is collect the fucking rent, pay your goddamn mortgage on it, and they pay the taxes, they pay the insurance, they take care of the building. As long as they're making money, you're set for life.
Right. Okay.
But you got to buy a good one.
A percentage of their income over a certain amount. Like you can say, if you make
every
over
deal's
X,
different. Some of them are tied to sales. Some of the leases can be tied to their sales. That could be a good thing. Could be a bad thing also. So, it depends, but you want to make sure you got a good base rent before you start getting involved with their sales. That's what I would do.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
Good luck
to
you.
I appreciate it. I'm enjoying all of it.
I appreciate you calling.
Podcast, Zoomcast, everything.
We're Zooming, baby. We're Zooming. Who else doing? Who else out there is doing a friggin' Zoomcast? Who else?
Nobody I know.
I did a thing with Meet with Kevin, which he's a really nice guy, and he's running for governor. So if anybody lives in California, okay, I would vote for Kevin because
vote for Kevin.
He's the new guy.
They're crazy. They're crazy if they live in California. It's too expensive.
I know, but they got somebody that's crazy enough to run for office who's a normal person and thinks with common sense and isn't an evil hidden agenda person. At least to my knowledge. Then he should win. All right, good luck. Yeah. What else we got?
All right.
But I was
all right, Dad. I'm signing off. I'll see you.
Get to work, goddammit. Get back to work.
Get to work.
Yeah, he's got to go. You know why he's got to go? Because his dinner's probably waiting for him. All right, go stuff your face, Fatso.
So is yours. So I don't know what you.
I don't know. Every time I eat something, I get sick right now. I think I've been smoking too much.
All right, bye, you guys. Take care.
Bye. Bye. He's in the park. All right. What else we got?
We got
Bunch of
like,
super
couple-
chats.
What about your
couple
brother
super chats.
Vincent? Where the hell's he doing?
Working.
You better tell him to pick me up at the airport tomorrow. I should be there by 5:30. What
All right,
else?
I'll call him. We do have some super chats. So multi-happy hacker, thank you again for the $10. It said, what would I be getting into buying a small town Main Street building, super old brick construction, stacked right next to a bunch of others along a tiny road, touching buildings on either side?
You know, that's pretty old. When those buildings, you walk in those old towns, and all these buildings are holding each other up. You know, if it's a 100-year-old building, you better be careful. It's all about supply and demand. Can it make money? All right? And will it withstand the future of keeping you making money? Is it structurally sound? I mean, you know, because if you got to start coming in there and rebuilding shit, it can be very, very expensive. I've done big old 100-year-old projects when I worked for a company once, and they had to come in and run steel beams up it, and it was a major multi-million-dollar fucking rehab. But, you know, is there a demand? Is it going to make money? Is it going to rent out to somebody? Is it going to be businesses? Is it going to be apartments? What is it? It's all real estate only matters on how much money it can make you. It's all about the NOI, baby, the NOI. How much goes in your pocket?
There you go. All right, Spencer, appreciate the $4.99. So Ben, how did you start getting big loans under your business license? Did you have to build business credit or personal guarantee?
How did I get big loans?
Yeah.
You got to start with small loans. Okay? You got to accumulate wealth. You got to start with small loans. You got to do small deals. And then, you know, you're rolling them up until you get bigger. You know, it's like you keep moving up step by step. You know, the bank will loan you X amount of dollars at one point in your life if you're worth so much. Then they're going to loan you more. Then they're going to give you better terms. You know, it's like paying your dues. You start at the bottom. When I first started borrowing money, I was paying 10% to a real bank. I think it was called Advanta. They had these C-level banks. I qualified with them, and they took the risk. They charged me more money. And then eventually, once I had enough accomplishments, then I moved up to the B lender. Then I had to put so much money down, and I got better rates and better terms and all that. Now I believe I'm in the A lane. So in the A lane, you know, I think I'm getting the best of the best. But everything I do is personally guaranteed. That makes a big difference. A lot of guys in real estate, yeah, I'm going to invest in real estate, but I'm not going to put my name on it. Well, you know, fine. If you ain't got enough goddamn, what's the word? Confidence in that deal and yourself, maybe you shouldn't be buying it. Because I ain't going to no deal where I think I'm going to risk 20%. 20% of $1 million is $200,000. So I don't know. I do everything personally guaranteeing it, and I get the best terms because the bank knows they got their hooks in me. And there's a lot of me to get your hooks in. What else we got, Rafal? Nothing?
Right, that was the last caller.
Last caller for
That's
alcohol.
super chat.
Calvin, thank you for the $2. Said oy vey.
Oy vey.
That's it.
All right. Good night, folks. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to keep working the bugs out of this. Maybe we'll start doing some other shit. I don't know. Tell us what you want. You want to talk about a little stocks? You want to talk about a little this? I don't care. I'll only tell you what I know. And if I don't know,